Welcome to Longford Recreation Ground. It's round 15 action here in the NTFA Premier League men's competition, and it's going to be a fantastic game here today. We saw a ripping game here between these two teams last year. 10-goal last quarter, went down to the wire. We're hoping for the same today. Second versus third, second place up for grabs. Our man on the boundary on the ground is Mr. Chris Sayer. G'day, Chris.
Yeah, g'day. It's a lovely day here. The sun goes in and out behind clouds. When the sun's out, it's nice and warm. The ground is in good nick. It's a bit soft. It's not muddy underfoot. You would want stops on your boots here. Maximum 13 degrees, currently 12 degrees. And the rain is coming, but not till later, almost midnight. So we should be home in bed by then.
Absolutely. It's all right on cue. The sun's out beautifully here. Let's talk about that breeze, Chris. Do you think it's an advantage?
Yes, it is. A bit of a couple of goals to that to your left up there. So yeah, there is a bit of a breeze down here. And I was talking to South Coach Taylor a bit before the game. They like the dimensions of this ground. A bit soft underfoot, but he's not worried about that. And they like the size of this ground. He reckons it will suit South. Thanks
very much, Chris Sayer. Welcome to the team this afternoon. First of all, on the stats today, we're going to Grooves first today. Good afternoon, Dave Gruber.
Good afternoon, Dave.
Good to have you back on deck. It's been a while.
It has, yep.
So good to see you back in your usual position. Doing a great job as usual. And speaking of haven't worked with for a while, I haven't been with Macca since he had a drawn game at Youngtown back early in the year. I've been on my overseas jaunt since then. So welcome, Matthew McGee.
Good afternoon, Foz. Good afternoon to our listeners and to our viewers. And it's great to have the band back together, mate.
Yes, it is.
Really looking forward to today's game, Dave. Second versus third, South Launceston against Longford. Longford, of course, South Launceston some headaches.
Yep.
This year, they got over the top of the Dogs out here by a couple of goals early on in round 5. And then up at Youngtown, the game that we did up there, Longford really took it to South. They belted them, to be fair, physically. And it was South Launceston just a really quick moment in the third quarter that sort of got away, and that was what they won by. But Longford, they like against South. South are quite young, and we talk about how good South are. They've got good talent, but they're still very young, and I think that shows when they play Launceston, South Launceston. They just don't have any real big-bodied midfielders, Foz.
Yes.
I've been talking during the week with a few people, and that's sort of what they lack. You know, they need a Joby Harper, for example, as everyone does. But, you know, your Polframans and that at Launceston today, it could be a Casey Brown or a Casey Curtis who have just got big, strong bodies. And Isaac Thompson's one they brought in the club this year, Longford. If they can win the centre hit-outs, of course, Big Tona Garnis and Larby will probably play forward to start with a really in-form Oliver Dean, who'll start forward also with Caleb Nason in the ruck. But
that's the thing. They've got Lee, they've got Chase Oliver, and Dean. Now, there's three big targets up there.
Longford have probably been a little bit unlucky, Foz, that they've actually played South Launceston with quite a few Devils available.
Yes.
Max Dawkins back into the side today.
Lining up forward, yep.
Jack Morrison, really good user of the football, young Jack. He's had a really good few weeks in the under-18 Devils. So look, South Launceston, talking to Ant Taylor before the game, it's their ground ball gets that they want to get better at. So when the ball's in dispute, the ball's on the deck. They were minus 50 last week against Launceston.
Okay.
So when the ball's to be won, they want to be the first with their hands on it.
So second versus third on the ladder. It's a 2-point margin between the two teams on the ladder. South Launceston 42, Longford 40. Of course, Launceston on 54. Keep an eye on the game at Deloraine, Scottsdale today as well. But run away here, Matthew McGee for City Park Radio Sport.
Nason gets the first hit out. Agarnis just taps it forward the Tigers' way. Here's Holt. Burrowing in. Longford will get the first inside 50 for Dave Gruber. South Launceston defence under pressure. Here's Bennett. He's kicked a few goals out here. Chug. Had a big job last week for a while on Hines until he got the swap, because Hines was the difference last week.
I'm interested in James Hawes, who got that first clearance, a new player from Georgetown for the Tigers.
Keep an eye on him, midfielder. Holt fighting hard. It's going to be a free kick, and it's going to be against Holt or someone nearby, and it's going to be a free kick, and it's going to go to Dakin. So Dakin, right on the 50, southern end of the ground with that slight breeze. It goes long and deep. Longford can't take the mark. They get the first look at it, and it's going to be a ball up from, that was Chug. Oliver Chug, one of the leading goal kickers, 35 for the season for him. Top of the square, goal end left of screen here at the Longford Oval. Chug, first snap at goal. It comes down near side through from behind. So first score on the board here at Longford. NTFA Premier League action. Longford one behind. South Launceston yet to score.
Sed Page gets the short kick out. Out from half-back now for the Bulldogs. Out to Charlesworth, who marks right against the boundary line. Had a great battle with Josh Green in the representative game recently. Did young Charlesworth. Up the wing, that's a nice mark. Chase Oliver takes it. Plays on, gets it now to Holt. Holt takes the mark. Plays on now to Dawkins. He loves a run. He takes a bounce. He gets the 45-second bounce. Has to stop. Has to prop. Snaps towards goal. And just one behind. And young Dawkins there maybe just went a little bit too far.
No, he should have kept going, Foz.
Oh,
he had it on. He just didn't hit it well. I gave him one instruction, the young fella, before as I walked in the gate. I said, kick it straight today, Max. I think it must have been when you were away, Foz. Dawkins had him on toast. He kicked 3 goals. He should have kicked about 5. Actually gave him the 2 votes against Longford last time. So it's a kick out now to the Tigers. They go far side of the ground, and it's going to go out of bounds. Just didn't hit the kick well, Dawkins, but you can see that if they can get space and time, then they're going to be very dangerous, other dogs. So boundary throw in, just outside the 50 for South Launceston. Garnis and Nason up in the ruck. Good strong bodies, both of them. South Launceston with the hit out. Goes down to Dawkins. Over the top now to the skipper in Charlesworth. Inside 50, over the back, Longford defend. And it's going to be another ball up there. So really close game. Interesting, some matchups just behind the footy. We just need to have a look for a Guernsey number there for us. Number 23 for Longford.
Lennox Hazel.
Lennox Hazel.
You might have missed that one.
He's not on my list.
There he is.
You missed him. You gave me the list.
No, it's on my list as it comes
Goodness
out.
Gracious me.
Towards half-back.
Dave Gruber, can you sort this out?
James Hawes shifts play now to Dunellen, playing in a back pocket today. Kicks a long left foot kick here. Looking for Murfitt. Picks it up now. To Jake Murfitt. Flips it forward. Big contest there at half-back. Blackberry trying to burst through. Can't do so. And we'll get a ball up there.
My apologies, Foz. I was on the last game.
There you go.
Look here, the wind is causing destruction. No, I'm on.
You're on. From the
Good
ball up.
Back. Good to have you back. We need the skipper.
Nason wins the tap. Gets it straight there to a Longford player, who's tackled immediately by Charlesworth. And we'll get another ball up. So just one behind the piece so far. Tight start. Don't think this will be a shootout. Both teams pretty good defensively. Now we've got free kick. Ball released, kick by Page, up towards half forward, Lee in the van. Oh, drifting across is Oliver. That's 2 contested marks already to the youngster. He plays on, funny old kick towards full forward. Dean got it on the half volley. Ball spits out, chance there for Isaac Thompson. Comes out again round the corner, snap. He's offline, just picking up the player who made the snap there, Macca. That was number 21 in Hunter Farrelly. He's dangerous around goal. 2 behind South Launceston, Longford 1 behind.
Just got to get the ball in the air a bit for Oliver Dean, don't they? Know he's kicking at his shoelaces when you're 7 foot tall. Murfitt, he gets tunnelled. It's going to be a free kick against Blackberry. It's going to go to the evergreen Murfitt in the helmet. Outstanding player for the Longford seniors over many years. Jake Murfitt. Taylor. Is it? No, that's Hawes, sorry.
Yes.
Hawes. Looks a little bit like Charlie Taylor. So it's Hawes. Goes wide and goes short. On the far wing, that's Moore. So taking their time with the Tigers. Looking to use the footy well. In fact, they now go down the line. Larby is the big target deep. Hibbs has him covered. Scrubby kick forward from the Dogs. Charlesworth fights hard. Holt puts the block on. Gray's in there for Longford, and it's going to be another ball up. Umpire Tregurtha out here, Foz?
Yes, umpire Tregurtha, Giddis and Cook today as umpire Tregurtha throws it up. Trying to burst through there was Nason, impressive in his first season. Aganis, though, steals away, gets it to Hawes. Wide ball over here looking for Dakin. That's William Dakin, one of the 2 Dakin boys playing today.
Off hands.
And it will be off hand, so it's because it might be Lusu, but it's going to be a boundary throw in, is it? Yes, it is. Youngster over there throwing the ball in front of the cars. So from the boundary throw in, Nason might have won that one. Falls towards Bailey Lowe. He's made a high tackle on his opponent, so there'll be a free kick there going the way of the Tigers. Wait for the player to get up. That might be young Hawes again there. The number 3 it is.
Been good early.
Yep, been prominent. James Hawes. 2 kicks out from goal. You launch towards the southern end of Longford Recreation Ground, off the hands. Good spoil from behind. Spills back now to Page. Round the corner kick in the direction, though, of Murphy for Longford. Coming through there was Farrelly with pace. He's got the footy. Evades about 3 Tigers. This short distance kick now to Holt. Holt releases it now here towards Gibson. Gibson back to Farrelly. Great stuff under Farrelly. Kicks to half forward. Dean in a wrestle with his opponent and Alexander. Spills to the front. Player tackled there was Jack Morrison. Has to release the footy. Comes back now to Kobe Moore, who gets it to Thompson, who squares it off here. Mark taken by Casey Curtis.
Connor Pitt.
Yep.
He goes wide to Hawes again. By hand now to Hubbard. Liked his game last time against them. It's going to be down the field. Free kick was dealt with after he got rid of it by Bailey Lowe. It's going to be a free kick down the field, right on centre wing to the Tigers. If there is a slight breeze, they would like to get a couple on the board. Joel Lloyd's going to take the free kick on centre wing. Really back themselves here, the Tigers. Larby will provide the contest long down the line. They're going to come inboard. Back to Hubbard. He'll look to take yards. Not a great kick. Taylor can't take it. Murphy is out of bounds. It's going to be a ball in. Yes, David.
Really fast start by Scottsdale. 3-1-19 leading Deloraine yet to score. I imagine there's a breeze down there. Massive game for both teams today. I'll get more about that tomorrow when I've got some more time, Macca.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow? Later.
Later.
Yeah,
So no use
tomorrow.
talking about tomorrow.
Grooves, what are some early stats there?
Inside 50, South Launceston 3, Longford 2, and clearances 3 for Longford and 2 for South Launceston.
Macca.
Longford are going to get another one here, Grooves, I think.
They are.
They come inside. Here's the hit up. Bennett. So Bennett, we saw him kick 5 out here, I think it was last year, Dave.
And how is the movement there from the youngster and Lennox Hazel? He's coming off the ground now, but geez.
16 player, really high raps on him.
Speed out of the contest. Lowered the eyes.
Big drivers on him.
Spotted up his teammate nicely.
So here's Bennett from the 50. Wind at his back. Bennett looking for the first of the day. He leans back. It looks pretty straight. It is. First goal to Mitchell Bennett and first goal to the Longford Tigers. They're 1-1-7. They lead the South Launceston Dogs 2 behinds.
And my first look at Lennox Hazel, and very impressed there with that effort. As I said, he didn't blaze away. He just lowered the eyes. It was just barely a 15-metre kick, but hit his teammate on the chest. And now Mitchell Bennett, 15 goals for the year.
Yeah, probably lower than input. I don't know if he's been injured or not, Bennett, but we've seen him kick bags, as I said. Maybe not this year. Having not watched all the Longford games, not quite sure.
Saw the men's Devils win earlier, Macca, by 2 goals, and now the women Devils, the VFLW, 1 goal straight, 6 leading Carlton, yet to score in a must-win game. Back in the middle, Aganis up against Dean, who's having a run in the ruck. Farrelly tries to work it clear. It'll be a secondary ball up. I love the work of Farrelly there before across half-back. Second efforts. He's having a great season. From the ball up, Aganis wins the tap. The wind now getting up. This comes out towards Bailey Lowe. Spills now to Farrelly. He takes the footy. Round the corner kick, Morrison. Gets it to half forward. There's Ryder Bug with the handball sideways. Centering kick there. Comes out from Tom Graham. Searching there for Hunter Farrelly. Farrelly takes it. Backwards now to Page, who takes the mark on the wing.
Page, well, he tried a little dinky kick. Didn't come off. Under pressure now, 3 Tigers around the footy. They go forward now through Bennett, the goal kicker. But he's turned it over looking for Larby, and it's a mark in the back line by the big fella in Hibbs. Hibbs will look to swing it wide. Is it going to get there? Chug tries hard for the Tigers, and it's 2-on-1. Chug does well, but maybe not well enough. As the South Launceston through Lucas, just come off the bench. There's Morrison, usually uses it well. Not on that occasion. It's a clear turnover, and it goes to Jake Murphy. So Jake Murphy started the game well. Off half-back. Pierces the ball down the line, but only as far as the Dogs. They come forward now through the footy of Logan Smith, one of their better players this season, Logan Smith. I really like the look of him, Foz.
Yep, he's
plays undersized down back.
Played well last season. I think he's taken another step this season.
Yep. Good player.
From the ball up in front of the scoreboard. Dean won the tap easy, but got it to space. Could only find Isaac Thompson. He kicks it towards half forward. Tackle laid, loose footy. Lucas is there for South Launceston. Ball is over the boundary. Big win in the earlier game to South Launceston women, 25-21, 171. Longford no score, so impressive win there by the Bulldogs. And earlier on today, the Bulldogs also won the reserves game, a very tight game as well. Front position again, Dean. He wins the tap this time. Trying to take away with Tommy Graham. He releases a teammate there in Morrison, who kicks up the wing. And leading out and take a good mark. That's 3 marks now for Chase Oliver.
Yeah, he's the one at the moment, Foz.
Yep, handballs towards Ryder Bug. Little fumble though, opens the door. They recover okay through Sam Lucas. Gets to the back here towards Brendan Taylor. But well done there by the Tigers. The handball over the top. Ends up there with Gray. Back now to Alexander. His kick's a good one. And mark taken there.
Always hard to see those Longford numbers,
It might
Foz.
be Ethan Hubbard. I'm going
Hubbard,
no, it's James Hawes again.
It was Hubbard before and Hawes. It's going to be down the field free kick anyway. It's going to go to Murfitt. They never get any easier to see those Longford numbers.
That's Thompson.
Keep your eye on Joel Lloyd on Oliver too. I reckon they might need to make a swap. He's normally pretty consistent, is Lloyd, but not today. Here's Thompson getting the hands from Larby. Kicks into the man on the mark, or the man that was standing the opposition. Here's Bennett. He's going to have a look on the little check side, but he misses it through for a behind. They move the ball well from half back to half forward and have a shot at goal, the Tigers. So Oliver with those 3 contested marks up the line. I'll look for Gibson out here or Dean, one of the two. It's not going to quite get to Dean. Yes, it is. Gibson went up and it fell in Dean's lap. In good form, Oliver Dean. Played well last week, they told me. Lots of marks.
Looks fit too, Macca.
Very fit. Touch wood. He's had a few injuries, but hopefully all good for him. He's Low. So Bailey Low goes inboard on the 45, finds Holt. Holt will take a bounce. He's got one on his near side. Maybe didn't see him. He's got a player in the middle, or just tried to maybe overplay the footy. Gibson does well. Morrison by hands back to Holt, who followed up, looking for Lee, their leading goal kicker. And it's going to be Jake Murford off half back.
Jake Murford swings it wide here, looking for Oliver Chugg. William Dakin's there. He gets the footy first. Good defence, though, from the Bulldogs. They all fall over. Comes back now here towards Woodcock Davis. And eventually Woodcock Davis gets a high tackle.
It's their Achilles heel, Foz, for the Dogs. It's their use of the footy, and in particular inside forward 50. Just their disconnection at times. Just got to be a little bit better with the footy by hand.
Logan Smith has it at half back. He's invited now to play on. He's going to go wide. It's very wide here to Charlesworth, who has a bit of territory in front of him. He can run on. Over the top here. There's a player in Hibbs. Labours after it now, Kurt Hibbs. Short kick now to Dean. Now Dean has some options in Dawkins, but they're starting to be covered now. Gets the handball to Blackberry, 60 out. Kick to the goal square. Lee. One grab, 2. Great contested mark. At the front position on Alexander. How is the kick from Blackberry? We've seen that movie here before for Launceston and South Launceston. Jay Blackberry moving well.
Longford have some issues when Dean goes into the ruck, Foz.
Yep.
Larby just cannot go with him. Dean was just doing as he wanted on this near side there. He had 10 or 15 metres on Larby, and they'll use him at every opportunity. So what are they going to do, the Tigers, now?
Matthew Lee, right on the boundary line. His right foot was about a millimetre inside it as he makes his approach. Kicking to the northern end. Going the banana. Oh, it's a great kick, Matthew Lee. Terrific goal to get the Bulldogs underway here today at Longford. They're 1-2-8. They lead Longford 1-1-7. Great play down this wing. They started at half-back, Macca, and good skills. They built it up, and then Blackberry, an elite pass that got to Lee, who took the good 2-grab mark.
Yeah, well, they didn't even need to worry about it down there because they could have gone 50 metres to Dean. Eventually it got to him, and he found Blackberry on the hands. And we know how good Blackberry is with the football in hand. That's what we've been talking about. Just their use of the footy, their connection. What a good little check side goal for Matthew Lee, who brings up his 44th goal for the season. So a close contest, 15, nearly 16 minutes gone. It's half-time at the MCG, Foz, and Melbourne trail by 3 points against Fremantle. So good game there.
Free kick in the centre, Nason.
So Nason will get it. He's got hands to go to, but the big fella wants to kick it himself. He goes inside 50 for Dave Gruber. There's another one, Lee. 3 bites of the cherry. Umpire said play on. Longford are fighting hard. Lee goes by hand. Here's Dawkins on the outside. If it gets a little whiz, it doesn't on this occasion. It's a good tackle. Good defensive tackle. So the Tigers.
Inside 50s, Dave Gruber.
6-5 South Launceston's way.
A couple of little afters here.
Be careful, Longford.
That was Lachlan Dakin on Oliver. Larby's going to go up uncontested because Oliver was too busy fighting. They call for holding. The footy umpire says no. First in and burrowing in is Ryder Bug. And he's going to come up with the ball and give it to the umpire. Little grandstand here with the South Lonely supporters to our right, Foz. Vocal.
Yes.
They thought that was holding the footy. Was not.
Great
Bailey
crowd.
Low off the deck. Here's Hernick. Third game for him today. Good to see him back in the side. The youngster for the Dogs, Matthew Hernick. That lays a really good tackle, does Hernick. Longford looking for too high. Umpire Tregurtha didn't see it on the near side. So really good contest.
Tregurtha throws it up. That's umpire Tregurtha, that is. It's Larby fighting hard up against Nason. We'll get a secondary ball up. 17 minutes gone. It's all tied up here at Longford. We're going to get a close contest, I'd say, today, based on the ladder position of these two teams. Been close margins both games this year as Nason lays another tackle. Then umpire Tregurtha will ball it up again. Right in front of the crowd here. Healthy crowd in this afternoon. The can bar to my left here is more patronised, as is the grandstand. Going to get another ball up here.
Both sides really well coached. Was obviously a playing coach in Curtis up against a non-playing coach in Anthony Taylor. But just really good panels too amongst all their assistant coaches. Both these clubs.
Larby big tap, falls with Low. Farrelly, what a tackle there from the coach Curtis. He releases it though to Tom Graham. That might bring rain. It goes high in the air. Josh Gray getting under it. He's worried out of it though. Free mark not paid near to Morrison. To Low. Kick to Gibson, who marks a millimetre inside the boundary line. On the right hand side, 30 out. Tough shot. But Will Gibson, he's a sharpshooter, Macca. He's kicked 22 goals this year.
Yeah, we've seen him the last few weeks, Foz Warrior Way, play more up on a wing and around the footy. Probably because of that big body of his.
Gibson, left foot, towards goal, across the face, they fly. Good mark. Matthew Lee again. Second big contested mark for the quarter. And the Longford defenders have got no answer to him at the moment. He's lining up for his second. Should be straightforward round the corner on the right foot here. Player on the mark, only about 10 metres out. Umpire will call on the players to clear the area. He snaps now. Lee for his second. Matthew Lee, 2 goals. And early advantage here to the Bulldogs. And we think they might be kicking into a slight breeze. They're 2-1-13. They're leading Longford at 1-1-7. Another great contested mark by Matthew Lee.
Yeah, it really was, wasn't it? Joel Lloyd thought that he touched it. He pleaded with the umpire. The umpire didn't change his mind. And Lee will come off now with Oliver Dean going on to that deep forward position. He looks awkward at times, doesn't he, Lee? Especially with the way he kicks it and the way he runs. But gee whiz, I'll tell you what, he just keeps kicking goals year after year. I see his dad down to the right here, the great Nicholas Lee. He's vocal and he's a big supporter of his son. But there's a good crowd. There's a South Lonnie supporters to our right. There's a nice, healthy bunch of Longford Tiger supporters up to our far left. And they're very parochial, Foz, both ways. Here's Larby in the middle. Ball's still in the centre circle. They hunt it like little runted pigs in the little bit of mud that's there. But the ground does look great. Foz, you're the weatherman. We haven't had a real lot of rain, have we, the last few weeks? Didn't bring much back from England. And it's pretty good conditions, this ground. It was probably a little bit muddy early in the season. Woodcock Davis fires hard. Here's Jet Maloney. Ollie Chug. Maloney by hands. Goes again. Can't get it inside 50 for the Tigers. Coming out and through is Page. He bustles through. He goes long and wide. And there's Oliver again. So there's 4 on Lloyd. It's an issue for the Tigers, Foz. Do you make a move? Because he's connected 4 times now as Chase Oliver. Oh, that's a good mark. Hubbard over the back. 4 back, in fact, was Hubbard. Wants a 50 metre for the ball being on the deck. South don't stand the mark. Could have been 50. Umpires agree behind me, the supervisors. Tell you one thing I'm not a big fan of is the umpires with microphones with these guys. Let them umpire. I'm not a fan of it, Foz. They become like remote controls. They become like remote controls. They're talking about positioning, that's it. As long as they're not talking about decisions, I'm happy with it. But that should have been 50 against the Dogs because no one stood on the mark.
Boundary throw in, centre wing. with you, Macca. As we got Larby and also Nason there fighting for it. Comes out, thrown on the boot to half forward, marked by Denellen. He'll play on straight away. He's got an outlet here in Connor Pearton. Thinks about the handball over the top, gets on that trusty left boot, kicks towards full forward. There's Bennett taking the footy. He's tackled immediately from behind. Tackled well there by Logan Smith. And I was going to say it's going to be a ball up at half forward, but the umpire lets it go a little bit. And now we a ball up. So 2-2-14 South Launceston, Longford 1-2-8. Just apologies for a bit of the wind in our mics today. There's not much we can do about it. We're on the balcony here, grandstand at Longford. Could be exposed to that northerly breeze that's coming across. There's right on cue. There it is. Yes, Mac, the effects mic is off, so
it's off.
Yeah, it's coming through us. Yeah, it's coming through us.
Oh, there you go. Yep. Mrs. McGee's not happy with the wind on the broadcast.
I know. I've had a couple of. There's not much we can do about it.
It's on my. I'll have to stand with my back to the wind. Stand like this. There we go. If Groom stands up, he'll block us. You block me. I'll
commentate through your periphery visions.
There you go.
Michael Larby. Oh, gee, that one's the high tackle. It is. I reckon that might be Hawes. I'll wait till he gets up. No, it's Charlie Taylor, I think, the number 29. So Charlie Taylor getting a high tackle inside 50. Man on the mark, about 30 out. Macca.
Actually caused a few issues last time, Charlie Taylor. Small forward. Kicked a couple against South Launceston in round 10. There is the siren.
Just a 22.5-minute quarter. I'll talk about that in a second. There's been a few,
explain that to you, Foz.
A few changes, yeah. There's Rick Castello at Youngtown explained to me
well,
last
Rick
time
had his own rules there for a while.
That's right. So anyway, Charlie Taylor. This one to wrestle or bring it level at quarter time. Taylor for goal. Good contact. It fades though. It's one behind. So quarter time here at Longford. It's South Launceston 2-2-14. They lead Longford 1-3-9 in a tight, low-scoring first quarter. Good standard, but both defences doing pretty well. It was Matthew Lee the difference, though, with those 2 goals. And Mitchell Bennett 1 for Longford. There you go, Mac. I've done the goal kickers already.
Thank you, Dave. I know you're back.
That's it. Yeah, so just if this is not sure what we're talking about, that they have made a few changes to the time added, whereas boundary throw-ins and I think a few other things that the clock just keeps rolling.
The clock doesn't stop unless the ball goes over the fence and they've got to go and collect it, or a goal.
And a goal, that's right.
That's it. So the quarters have gone from like 29, 30 minutes now to like 23, 24 minutes average, which, to be fair, at this time of the year is probably a good thing. But yeah, probably somewhere in the middle would be something better. But look, it's a really good game. We expected it. Longford 1-3-9, trails South Launceston 2-2-14. Both defences on top. Lee, the difference, as Fozzie said, up forward with 2 good marks and good snap goals from both pockets. But Longford, they try hard. I think they're going to be up against it in the ruck today with the South Launceston duo of Dean, mainly when he goes in there, and also Caleb Nason. And Chase Oliver, 4 contested marks, lead up wing connector on Joel Lloyd. So I don't know who else they've got. Connor Alexander tends to be their main defender, but can they move him up onto Chase Oliver? Normally, Joel Lloyd is one that can do the job, but 4 marks to Oliver's been a real difference at this stage.
Groups the stats.
Hit-outs. Longford 11, South Launceston 10, clearances 6 each, inside 50s 7 each, marks inside 51 from Longford, 3 from South Launceston, intercept marks 3 from Longford and 1 from South Launceston, and free kicks Longford had 6 and South Launceston got 3.
Where did our radio listeners, our connection's a bit unstable at the moment. I'm going to try and rectify that during the break. We'll see if we can do something about it. So just apologies for that. We'll try and get it going in the second quarter. Also, we've got a bit of wind coming through the mic. So all that is not going to get in the way of us broadcasting here this afternoon, this great game between South Launceston and Longford. So we'll take a break here on City Park Radio. It's the Bulldogs by 5 points. Back in a moment. Might be better to take the YouTube, I think, Chris. Oh, it's stable again. Hold on. Welcome back here to Youngtown. Youngtown? Longford. I don't know where I am.
We've had a few things going on.
Just a few things going on. Sorry, yeah.
Back to my computer back up?
No.
Oh.
We'll leave it down. Just trying to see if we can improve things for our radio listeners here with the signal. So it seems to have stabilised a little bit, hopefully. It's quarter time here. It's 2-2-14 South Launceston, Longford at 139. Listen to City Park Radio 103.7, 96.5 and via the AFL Tas live stream. Chris is out there listening to the Longford huddle. Making got some more observations about strategically how the two teams have matched up in that first quarter.
Yeah, look, I think the midfield battle's fairly close. I think Longford probably haven't used the ball as well from mid-forward. I like their half-back line at times, moving. They saw Jake Murphy with ball in hand. South Launceston, through Chase Oliver's just been that connector. We mentioned him first quarter, 4 marks, and good contested clunks as well. Maybe just a few more weapons at the moment, South Launceston, with Lee, Dean, Gibson did pretty well rolling up onto a wing. Dawkins always busy. I like the inclusion in the last couple of weeks of Holt as well. He just finds space, doesn't he? Holt. Maybe overplayed the footy a couple of times. The back line of South just to get the job done, don't they? Page, straight through. Hibbs, straight through with your Charles Worth and also Logan Smith. So, look, it's a close battle. South maybe with a little bit of breeze to our left of screen this quarter. Dean will start in the ruck. And if I was Dean, especially when they play Launceston, just hit it to space. Get it away from those inside mids. It's a beautiful tap from Dean. At the start of the second quarter, he finds Holt, who can't go any further. So that's what South's got to be thinking. Because looking ahead, Foz, I think they'll probably stay into second position with games coming ahead, irrespective of today's result. With Longford still have a game against Launceston to come. Here's Page. Gets a handball from Holt. Inside 50 for Dave Gruber. Chalk it down to groups. Another one there. Ball comes out from Longford. That's a good mark. Taken by, I think it's Dakin. Playing silly buggers here at the moment. So it's Lachlan Dakin off half back. He'll swing it wide. And he goes wide looking for Dunellen. He's been a great player in the north over the years at Launceston. A little bit of time at Bracknell. Finds Hawes. He was busy in the first quarter. Chug, the leading goal kicker, can't find it on his chest. Dean gives it to Holt. Holt now wide. Here's Oliver. Oh, he drops one. Don't normally see that from the youngster. Thompson taken in the tackle. Blackberry looked to receive from Gibson. Couldn't get there. Well done to Dakin. He does well. Finds Dunellen. Dunellen taken high against his former teammate in Brendan Taylor. So Dunellen, he'll swing it wide and come out wide now to Thompson, the Hillwood Shark legend that he is. What a pickup he's been for the Tigers to get him out here at Longford. So Thompson, he'll go long down the line looking for Larby on Hibbs. Hibbs does well. 2 punches of the footy and it falls in his chest. That'll bring delight to his local fans. He needs a good bounce here because if it goes out of bounds, it'll be a lasso, but it's off the hands of Gibson and it's going to be a throw in. Just to the centre, the left side of centre for South Launceston, just slightly into attack. How are you going with those numbers, Foz?
Yeah, we're going okay. So it's a boundary throw in. We'll get to Chris very soon. We didn't quite get to him at quarter time, but we'll get to him at the next topic after this. It's got Hawes now escaping from the contest. Handballs backwards. Player grabbed there without the footy. So Longford free kick. That's the player there, and Ethan Hubbard. He gets it back inside 52 Dunellen. Dunellen has it. He's got a lead-up play here in Jake Murphy, who takes the footy. Little chip kick. Finds Hawes.
Yeah, he's been good, Foz. First time I've seen him.
Yep. Lead up here. Once again, taken by Bennett. The Longford boys in the long sleeves today. Now it's Will Dakin. Handballs it back there to Jake Murphy, right on the boundary line. He gets a long kick into a tight attacking 50. South defence working hard. Charles Worth tries to get a handball away towards Morrison. Now it's Logan Smith. His only option is Blackberry, who has to kick quickly towards the wing. Might be a lasso. No, it's the players are going to get there first. Connor Alexander picks it up. Good one-on-one contest here with Chase Oliver. That's a move, Macca. Up the wing. Off hands. Morrison just kicks it inside. Clears the contest. Close to the boundary line. Isaac Thompson keeps it in. Look away handball to Alexander. Kicks a bit blindly up the wing, and it's all the Bulldogs there with Dean who takes them up.
Yeah, they've made the change. So Lloyd goes to Lee, and Alexander comes up onto Oliver. So probably had to be done. We mentioned it, what Curtis was going to do. Big Tony Garnis lucky there. Ran around on the protected zone, got away with it. Here's Holt. 2-on-1. Here's Dean over the top to make it 2-on-2. Garnis fights on the ground. Bustling in hard there was Alexander. Onto Dean, and it's going to be a ball up. 60 metres out from the South Launceston's goal. If you just joined us, it's 2-1 the Dogs' way. Lee with the 2, Bennett with the 1 for Longford. 4 minutes gone, second quarter. Garnison, Dean, Brown kicks it off the ground, only as far as Blackberry. That trusty left foot, inside 50, long and deep. They fly. Oliver flies, the youngster. Goes out of bounds near side.
Chris, say quickly, what was the quarter-time message?
Yeah, from Coach Curtis, he was sort of happy with that quarter, but they could do a lot better, and they need to do a lot better to beat this side. He wants numbers to the contest, wants them to keep on the move, and forward pressure.
Okay, thank you, Chris. No injuries?
Not that I can see. Big praise for Ethan Hubbard, too, from the coach.
Great.
Yeah, he was excellent. Excellent, Chris. And I think that's right. I think they did okay, but it's probably just not good enough. So they need to do better. I think that's a pretty good summary, to be fair. It's easy. It's going to be a free kick to Taylor. Inside 50. Here is Hubbard, and he takes an excellent mark, Ethan Hubbard. I liked him up at South Launceston the other week in the same game, round 10. He takes yards, too, if he can run and carry the footy. On this occasion, he was strong. He swings it wide to Lloyd. So Lloyd struggled early. They've made the move, though. He's got a big job on Lee. Did a good job on Lee. I think it was last time at Youngtown, Joel Lloyd. Until probably that last quarter where Lee kicked a couple. Here's Murfitt. Still in the back 50. He's got a Garnis on. Big Tone. Look at him. Big number 20 for the Tigers. Former Launceston player. Well, he goes short by kick. Probably won't try that one again. They get away with it, though, the Tigers. But here's his corresponding number in Dean. He's actually spoiled over the top by Logan Smith. Probably just had to call Dean back there, didn't he? Said, come back, big fella. You're as tall as a poplar tree. You can take the mark. So ball up on centre wing. Larby and Dean. Dean stands off. He'll come in now over the top. Charlesworth on the up to Holt. Been good early. There's a high tackle. Umpire saw it as he went to ground. Casey Curtis frustrated.
Holt with the ball, defensive side of the wing. Invited now to play on. Gets it to Lowe. Lowe kicks long. Up here in the Dean direction. Too tall, too strong there for Larby. And takes the mark. He plays on now. Short distance kick to Lee, who marks. Oh, gee, and that's nearly 50. That's nearly 50. We'll see what happens. They need to be careful here, South Launceston. They had the kick.
Yeah, it's 50.
Yeah, it is 50. Umpire Chigurtha marching the man on the mark back to the goal line. And this will be goal number 3. Dead cert here for South Launceston and for Matthew Lee. He kicks it into the new netting there behind the goals. Another strong mark from Matthew Lee. And just a bit of a tension afterwards, Macca, led to the 50-metre penalty to make it a certain goal.
Cruz, what were those inside 50s in quarter one?
It was 7 each.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and quarter. South Lonnie have had 4 this quarter.
Yep.
To 1.
Yeah, a couple of scores. So, just look, as I said, just look a little bit more dangerous, don't they, the Dogs, with ball in hand. So can the Longford Tigers out here at their home ground, can they respond? Yep. Can they respond? I mentioned it the other week up at Youngtown Foz. It was that Longford, they offer a lot, but they've got to keep winning big games, and they knocked off Launceston, of course, a few weeks ago.
Nothing bigger than that.
Probably Launceston probably weren't at their strongest, but still to win out there at Windsor Park was massive. Let's see what they can do today and respond here at the moment. Here's Nason in the ruck. Up against Larby. Ball's not going far again. It pings out. Murphy, quick kick. Off one step. Taylor comes out. Dodging and weaving. Pearden gives it over the top to Hawes. Chug! 2-on-1. Nearly a great mark. Couldn't take it. It bounces out. This is what they want. They need defensive pressure from their forwards, Chris said, that Coach Curtis wanted. It's come out quite easily, though. On this occasion, Taylor. He's one they've enjoyed having back, even though he's had some injuries. There he is again. Chase Oliver. Another mark, gives it to Dawkins. The little whiz, he steps forward, he steps around. Who's on the end of the footy here? It's Ryder Bug. If it bounces, it doesn't. The Tigers do well. They repel the ball in the forward pocket, and it goes out of bounds.
Just a score here. I'll get you in a minute from... Oh, sorry. It's gone off the screen. I'll get a Scottsdale Deloraine score here in a minute, Macca. We're deep in attack, though, so I'll just keep my powder dry.
Boundary throw in. I'll get the binoculars up. Can't get much further from us here at the Longford Oval as the sun breaks through again. People sitting in the back of their cars. Just beautiful country ground out here at Longford. Dean finds it down the front. Here's Oliver. He snaps it. It's not going to get far enough. It's going to go out of bounds, Dave.
Scottsdale 6-2-38, leading Deloraine 2 behinds.
Well, they must have been terrible last week, Deloraine.
They weren't. They were great the week before, as you saw against South. That's right. But, interesting final situation coming up if Scottsdale prevail today. Ball comes out into Kobe Moore's clutches in the back pocket. He thinks about switching. He's going to now. He goes back into defensive 50. Lloyd. Dangerous kick. Gets to his target, though. That was Kobe Moore who came back to get the receiving footy. Moore has a player short. That was Hawes there. Couldn't quite take it. He covers beautifully, Joe. Geez, he moves well, Hawes. Disposal not great on this occasion. Close to the boundary line. It's seen over. It's 3-2-20 South Launceston leading Longford 1-3-9. Some stats, Dave Gruber.
5 inside 50s for South Launceston, 1 for Longford, and clearances 3-2 Longford's way.
From the boundary throw-in. Young boundary umpire doing a good job on a windy day. Larby front position. Bustled out of by Nason. Handball over the top. Finds Farrelly. Farrelly coughs it up, though. It's a high tackle there, I think, on Hawes. It'll be a free kick going the way of James Hawes.
Fremantle lead by 8 points, Foz.
Okay.
Terrific game at the G. 14-3-87 Fremantle. Lead Melbourne 12-7-79.
Hawes up the wing. Page with a handball. Finds Morrison. Morrison kicks blindly towards half forward. Getting back is Hubbard. He has a bit of time. This way, that away. Shorts it up to Alexander, who marks. Is it 15? Umpire says yes. Connor Alexander has a target on the wing here in Jake Murfitt. Second bounce gets to him. Can't quite pick it up. Does now. Goes backwards again to Lloyd. Lloyd launches a kick close to the boundary line. Almost taking a mark there. Was Ryder Bug. Hasn't got a chance to get it out to a teammate. So it'll be a ball up. Far side, South Launceston 20, lead Longford 9.
You just can't get it really much forward of centre at the moment, the Longford Tigers. They had an inside 50 groups.
Yeah, they've had one.
One for the quarter. So, a battle at the moment for the Country Tigers. That's holding the footy. And it's going to be a free kick to South Launceston. I think it's the youngster in Morrison. It is. So, been in good form for the Devils, this boy Foz. Jack Morrison.
Yes.
I've really liked his back half of the season. Uses the ball well, really smart with the footy. Goes down the line. Hubbard, he's had a good quarter again. Murfitt gives it back to Denellen, does the don't argue, he gets away with it. Here's Lloyd, left foot. The big fella in Larby gives it to Thompson. It's a dinky kick, it's not great, and it finds Ryder Bug centre wing. So Bug, he'll switch, turn and go. He's got Charlesworth on. Charlesworth runs and bounces, they hold up. Here on the outside is Sammy Lucas. He burrows in on the 50, and it's going to be a ball up.
Fairfield,
right on the 50, yes, Fozzle.
VFLW Carlton 4-3-27, the Devils 1-3-9. So from the paint of 50, the southern end of the ground, the ball up, quick kick out. Denellen gets good distance, bouncing footy, half back. Hibbs gets there first, lays a tackle on an opponent. Another ball up. There's a lot of stoppage in this game, Macca. We haven't seen a lot of free-flowing footy. It's a high-pressure game.
Yeah, when they can't take the marks, they just don't spread out, do they? Can't get it clean. Good pressure, though, on both sides.
Casey Curtis tackled by Nason. We'll get another ball up. Earlier today, it was South Launceston, the reserves. I think it was ended up being a 19-point win there. And a big win to South in the girls' in the women's competition as Farrelly swings a kick to the centre of the ground. Maloney's there. Knocked away from him by Bug. Into the centre now, Morrison. Tackled hard, tried to spin out of it. Taylor with the handball. Back now to Lucas. Connects with Bailey Lowe. Kicks wide here with the breeze. I think it's going to beat the players over the boundary line. Lassou free kick to Longford.
They talk about in the AFL, Foz, that inside to outside player. So Farrelly gets the ball there on half back. He could have actually put his foot down and ran rather than just dump kicking it forward. So being able to take the ball from the inside the contest to outside, as Longford get the pressure put on them here at centre half back, it's going to be a ball up. Being able to run, use your legs and go, that's what the good players in the AFL can do now. And we saw Sammy Lucas do it a little bit there, and they were able to take some yards. So just keep an eye on that one today. Which players are able to go from inside to outside and really get it out of that contest? Here's Oliver Dean up against Alexander, who does well. Headland swings it wide to the coaching Curtis. He'll use it. Pearton on the left it was.
They look alike.
Goes to Brown, with the beards. Here's Dylan Headland. Goes down the line. Dakin, he's got to use it well. Let's see what they can do. Here is Curtis. So Curtis, he'll try to use it. He's got a player on. Forward, missed him. Dakin. Maloney, back to Dakin. William. Here's Chug. Left foot, didn't even look at the goals. Misses. Well, he didn't. He had a lot of more time. And just snapped it like he was under pressure. He had no one near him. Did not even have a look at the goals. And if it had been one, we probably would have said great kick. But it wasn't that.
Out for fullback by Page, but he coughed it up. Looks like Lloyd there. Leans back in a kick looking for Taylor. It's almost as if Chug thought, I've been on this ground 100 times. I know exactly where the goals are.
Yeah, it was a little bit arrogant, wasn't it?
Taylor, left foot kick to the goal square. A lot of players in the contest. They rise high. No one can take a mark. Spills to the boundary line out of bounds. So enjoying our coverage. I think our radio signal has started to stabilise a little bit, which is good news. And that wind is, I don't know if it's just dropped out, but it's not getting too bad at the moment. There it goes. As soon as I say that, Macca, up it comes. City Park Radio 103.7 and 96.5. Hope you're enjoying our coverage. Nason gets it down to a teammate who's tackled straight away, but a lot of people around the contest. Early today, the Devils, a couple of goal win against Werribee at North Hobart. We might have a chat about that at half time. Mac can watch the game. I didn't. As it comes out here towards Morrison. Little kick by Lucas. Maloney. Here's Lennox. Hazel gets it to Charlesworth, who gets a push in the back. Play on to advantage now as they escape through Alex Jordan to the half-back line here. It's off hands, out of bounds. So not a game to write home about at the moment, but the standard-wise, it's very tight, very congested.
Now, you know that City Park loves going international, Foz.
Yes.
We're going international again today. Jeff and Leah Page.
Yes.
Parents of the great Sebastian. They're sitting at 7:17 a.m. over there in Paris.
Great.
And they're listening to our coverage. So
it's good.
Travel well, the Pages. They've had a nice holiday by the looks. So here's Longford. They're not on holiday. They're in a contest here at the moment. They only kicked as far as the big fella in Hibbs. So Hibbs, he'll swing it wide and find Sammy Lucas on the outside. Uses the ball well. Goes to Jordan. Alex Jordan. Started the season forward, now plays across half-back. Here they go and run. Hunter Farrelly, inside 50. They got 2 or 3 for it. 1, 2 bites of the cherry. No. It's well done there by the Tigers. Denellen looking for the mark. Wasn't going to be paid. 40 metres out from goal. It's going to be a ball up.
Jack Denellen trying to sell the umpire.
Wasn't it? It had to be a South Lonnie player first on.
It was.
Probably spoiled each other again there, though, the South Lonnie forwards in Oliver, Dean and also Lee. A little bit of communication issues. Here is Lee by hand. Scrubby handball forward. Blackberry always look for a free kick and gets it. He always gets that little one on his knees. They don't go low enough with a tackle, and it's going to be 50 metres for a chirp, and it's going to be a given goal to Jay Blackberry. Dave Moore.
Well, we've seen Jay Blackberry through the South Days, Western Storm, Lonnie in the State League, and now with South Launceston, he kicks the goal. Yeah, and that's just experience. Got to put it down to that.
He just went down, and they just, he was lower. He was just lower at the footy, and the tackle wasn't on, and it was a free kick, and then made it certain because it was a 50-metre penalty. So South Lonnie, they skip away now, 16-point leaders, 4-2-26. Longford 1-4-10, 17 and a half minutes gone here in the second quarter. You're listening to City Park Radio 103.7 and 96.5 or via the live stream. And here's the best in the business statistician, Dave Gruber.
What do you got for us, Grubes?
Inside 50, South Launceston up to 7, Longford 4. Hit out South Launceston 9 to Longford 5, and clearances pretty even, 7 to South Launceston, 6 to Longford.
Okay, so they're getting a bit of an advantage in the tap outs here. It's Nason and Larby. Going at it here in the middle of Longford Recreation Ground. Nason won the tap. Couldn't quite find connection. He's on ball, Macca.
How good is it for South Launceston? On ball is Morrison and Dawkins.
That's right. It's
with
the future.
Holt. You know, I just saw Tommy Graham run forward there, and I'm thinking, who is on ball? And Ant Taylor's thrown the 218 boys on ball.
Saw Casey Brown there, Macca. He's got the free kick. He's been quite quiet.
Yeah, he
so
has.
far.
Well, so's Tommy Graham, to be fair, for South. So probably evening each other out, maybe.
Casey Brown inside 50. In the Aganis direction, couldn't quite take the mark. Hibbs did well. He's got the footy now. Gets it to Logan Smith. Skates from defence. Kicks up the wing. Lee on a one-on-one here with Lloyd. Falls out the back. Who's got the recovery? Hubbard picks it up. He's tackled by Lee. And there'll be a ball up half forward now for South Launceston.
I like putting dots as we go just to help us with best players and votes. Hibbs has been really good down back.
Yeah, look,
just the old-fashioned full-back, isn't he?
Well, I thought his senior career was over. He spent a bit of time in the reserves and he's back playing some good senior footy.
He plays a role, especially on the likes of what he's on at the moment.
From the ball up, they try to work it clear. Lennox Hazel's in there. It's Dawkins as well. Another ball up at half forward. It's Longford 1-4-10, trailing South Launceston 4-2-26, 19 gone in the second term.
They need to respond, the Tigers. Can't afford South Lonnie to get the next one. Here's Nason. Dawkins rushing through, couldn't take it. Brown, there he is. Out the back, Thompson. Good pressure on. Can't get it through. Hubbard twists and turns. Gets it out wide. Here's Maloney. He's got yards in front. He can go over the top to Taylor. If he can get it to him, he does. Charlie will turn on the left. He looks to go now by hand. Oh, they've turned it over. Jet Maloney drops of what he should have taken. And now it's under pressure, the Tigers. They do well, though. They do really well. Hazel had a look. More good pressure on. Maloney twists and turns short. Turnover. That's a bit of Benny Hill music from Jet Maloney. Turnover followed by another one. And it's good mark in the back line from Harry Charlesworth.
Charlesworth.
Well, it just wasn't good enough, Dave Moore.
That's correct. So Charlesworth has to kick up the wing. Looking here for Dean. Front position. Good mark, Oliver Dean. He's impressive. He's invited now to play on for some reason. Anyway, gets it to Blackberry. Kicks to half forward. Not great. And Thompson takes the mark. A former Hillwood player and also North Launceston back in his younger days. His kick's not great. Beautiful bounce though for Casey Brown. Weaves his way through traffic. Look away handball to Charlie Taylor. He's got support. Didn't give the handball to Kobe Moore who was going past. Kick was smothered. South now escape defence through Jordan. He kicks it 50 metres towards half forward and it falls in the lap there of Hubbard at half back.
They've kicked into the man, haven't they? Lots of times, the Tigers. And Longford now get it on the far side of the ground.
That's great.
Had a couple of opportunities there to get it inside 50, put some pressure on them. Both times they've turned the ball over with a smother. And it goes out of bounds in front of the two players there in Dakin and also Ollie Woodcock-Davis. So the sun breaks through again. The wind dropped a little bit, Foz.
Yeah, it's quite pleasant here now.
Let's not go that far.
No,
it's okay.
No, you've got a low tolerance, Macca.
Boundary throw, low tolerance. I've had worse. Here's Murfitt, inside 50, Maloney. 1-2 bites of the cherry, can't take it. Good follow-up tackle. Should have been paid, I reckon, on Ernick. Lucky to get away with that one was the Bulldogs. It was a good forward line tackle. Goes outside 50. South Lonnie will go here if they can get it over the top. They can't. Lloyd does well, press up. And they do get it away now through Brendan Taylor. Looks for Gibson. It's right next to the boundary line, and it's going to be out of bounds off hands there now from Dunellen. Well, I reckon Maloney did enough there on the tackle, Foz. He could have had a shot from goal 30 metres out. It's really hard to get a holding the ball tackle with these new interpretation of holding the ball. And there is the siren.
21 minutes and 48 seconds.
22 minutes, Foz. That's the new normal, Dave.
Okay.
It's the new normal. Can't be long left, say. 22 minutes. You're not going to get much longer unless there's been goals kicked, and there wasn't many. There was 2 goals kicked for the quarter. And half-time out here at Longford. Longford 1-4-10. They trail by 16 points. South Launceston 4-2-26. Matthew Lee with 3. Jay Blackberry with the 1. And for Longford, only the single goal kicker. No goals in that quarter from them. And that goes to Mitchell Bennett.
Thank you, Matthew McGee, for City Park Radio Sport. Hope you're enjoying our coverage. And once again, sorry for those instability in the first quarter. We seem to have made it a little bit better in that second quarter, so hopefully there'll be no troubles in the second half. Dave Gruber's adding up his stats. He's just about done, and I'll hand over to him for some statistical analysis of that first half.
Hit-outs to half-time, 23 for South Launceston, 16 for Longford. It was 13-5 in that quarter after a pretty even first quarter. Clearances, pretty even to half-time, 15 to Longford, 13 for South Launceston. Inside 50s, also very even, 13 for Longford, 14 for South Launceston, and it finished up 6-7 in that quarter South Launceston's way. Marks inside 50, just the one taken by Longford so far and 4 taken by South Launceston. Intercept marks, Longford 7, South Launceston 5, and free kicks, Longford 11, South Launceston 9.
It's just one mark inside 50 for Longford over the day, Macca, and that tells a story. They just can't really get a target there in that side, that attacking 50.
No, they just couldn't do it, and just by foot, they just kept kicking it, tried to kick low, and they just kept kicking in the hands of South Launceston players.
With those 4 marks inside 50 for South Launceston, I think they're pretty much all Matthew Lee. And I did mention pre-game that Tall Timber, Lee, Chase Oliver, and also Oliver Dean.
Yeah.
They haven't got a lot of answers to those players at the moment.
No, I still think South could probably use the ball better and actually communicate better with their forwards, because I still think they're spoiling each other a little bit on occasions. But look, just too many weapons at the moment, the Dogs.
So half-time here at Longford Recreation Ground on City Park Radio's coverage and the AFL Tas live stream at South Launceston 4-2-26, Longford 1-4-10. When we come back, we'll have all the around-the-ground scores and maybe have a little chat about the Devils game earlier as well. Back in just a moment.
The forecast for this weekend is the right kind of hot and the right kind of cold, all in the same day. Because the NTFA is in our DNA. Road trips and stops at the cafe. There's karaoke on the highway, oops, too many lattes. The juniors, the seniors, talent pathways.
Avery Thomas, that's a strong mark.
Mate, I used to play with him, eh? It's the frost, it's the fog, the spray and the spray. The crescendo of car horns from the parking bay. 22 clubs, 67 teams, 9 premiership cups. Get to your local footy club this weekend.
Dave Moore, Matthew McGee and Dave Gruber here with you on the City Park Radio's coverage of the game today. Chris Sayers also here. He's down in the rooms trying to get some information. We'll hear from him at the back end of half-time. Beautiful sight here, the sun-drenched Longford Recreation Ground and South Launceston 4-2-26, leading Longford 1-4-10. Now an update there at Scottsdale. At Scottsdale 7-5-47, leading Deloraine 2-3-15. Now, if Scottsdale win today, Macca, they're on 12 points. North Launceston are on 12 points and Deloraine are on 16 points. 3 rounds to go. Deloraine have got 3 difficult games. Not so they'll lose them all, but they've got 3 difficult games to go. So they may not progress beyond 16 points. Scottsdale and North Launceston play each other in the last round. So one of them will end up on 16. So it all comes down to percentage. So it's a real interest, if that result stays. There's still a fair bit to play out there, of course. Yeah. If that result stays, I mean, one of those teams that probably aren't going to progress beyond the first game in the finals, but for the young players in one of those 3 teams to make finals, that's going to be a great experience.
Well, one of them will probably play, if games go according to plan. Of course, that Launceston Longford game last round is a big one.
Yep.
Games go according to plan, especially if South win today, then
Yes.
it would be
Probably.
South versus Launceston, Longford versus whoever you just talked about then. So
that's right. So,
that'll be
yeah,
your
there's a
top
lot of
four.
interest in those last few games. I think the game that was pivotal in that was North Launceston beating Deloraine last week. That really put the gate open there for that.
Yep.
All right, Macca, we'll go through some scores here. What do you got for us in Division 1?
Division 1, I was going to do Premier League. Oh, you've given
Well,
the Premier
yeah,
League.
sorry,
Of
I
course. You've took my thunder.
took your thunder. So,
All right. Tell you what, some big games in the Division 1 senior men today with a big clash, Lilydale and Old Scotch, very close on the ladder. Lilydale, they trail Old Scotch at the moment. Old Scotch 60, lead Lilydale 34. Rochelle 65, lead Georgetown 22. And the big one, it really is an elimination final, this one. OLs at Invermay Park, they lead by 2 points over the Bracknell Redlegs. What I was going to say, just back to the other one, Scottsdale are actually wearing a commemorative jumper today,
Okay,
which
yep.
is the NEFU jumper.
yes, I saw that. It's
So
like
they've
a
had
St Kilda type
They've
jumper.
had a good
Yep.
week. They had a lot of ex-NFU people from all the other clubs come on Thursday night to present jumpers. They've invited a lot of people from those clubs up there today. So they're wearing like the NFU jumper up there today.
Just that Old Scotch Lilydale score, Macca. Old Scotch have been the big improvers, haven't they, in the back half of this season?
Yeah, look, they've got some good players, Old Scotch. I watched them play some Pats the other week. It helps when you pick up Sammy Rawlings,
Yes.
the golfer, footballer. He played a lot out at Evandale over the years. I think Jackson Thurlow is playing today for Old Scotch as well. A couple of games this year for him. And obviously John McKenzie, who played pretty well on the NTFA team.
Did indeed.
The other score there also is St Patrick's. They trail by 13 points down at Hillwood against the Sharks.
Did you give the Georgetown Rochelle Lever?
Yes,
You
yeah,
did?
Georgetown trailing.
Okay, so in the Premier League women today, in the curtain raiser here today, to the men's game, it was South Launceston 25-21, 171. Longford no score. Longford battled on gamely, but South Launceston one of the favourites to win that competition this year. Just too strong in the end. And the other game, Scottsdale versus Deloraine. Those two teams met today at Scottsdale, and it was Deloraine 9-14-68 defeated Scottsdale 3-2-20.
The Division 2 men's senior scores. This one was an early start. Evandale 55. They lost to the East Coast Swans 96. So they went down by 41 points. Pretty good clash out at Perth. Perth are 103. They lead Bridport 64. How was Bridport last week? Matthew Taylor, the nephew of the South Launceston coach in Anthony Taylor, he's kicked 21 last week for the Seagulls down at Bridport. A lazy 11 in the last quarter, Dave Gruber. Now, that's a fair bag. Not even you would have done that down the Stone Cats at Frankston. Unbelievable. 21 goals, Foz.
Brilliant.
And the other game there is Campbelltown. Of course, another commemorative day for them. They're playing at Ross today in the Ross jumper down at the Ross Oval. They lead the University 152-13 down at Ross, and the Meander Valley have the bye.
In Division 1 women's, it's Hillwood 22 upset St Pat 16. That was 5th versus 4th. 5th place, Sharks getting up there by 6 points. Bridge North 14-15-99. Georgetown 1 behind. And Old Scotch 17-13, 115 defeated Old Launcestonians 1 goal straight 6. So massive win there to the Old Scotch girls there in Division 1. And just flicking over to the under 18.5s. Just having a quick look there. Game played last night. South Launceston 17-16, 118 defeated St Patrick's 117. Also, Longford 17-13, 115 defeated Bridge North 7-5-47. That was played here very early this morning. Scottsdale 13-14, 92 defeated Deloraine 5-1, 31. And a close one here. Old Scotch 5-9, 39 defeated Old Launcestonians 5-3, 33. At half-time in the VFLW game, it's Carlton 4-4, 28 leading the Devils 1-4, 10. And I don't know if you can get that score up from earlier today, Groobs, the Tasmania Werribee score. A massive win there for the Devils against the second place Werribee, who haven't lost a game for quite a while. In fact, they've won every game since the previous time the teams met. And that score there was 14-14, 98. The Devils, Werribee 12-14, 86. Goal kickers for the Devils, 3 to Maddox Ivorak, 2 to Hugh Dixon, Jai Menzie and Brandon Leary. They were the major goal kickers there for the Devils. So that brings you up to date with a lot of the scores around northern Tasmania. And we'll be back in just a moment. We'll have a few more messages from City Park Radio and we'll come back and set the scene for the second half. Back in a moment.
Get a young fella with a puny arms to go in about 10 metres.
Oh, yeah, because you should throw it. They do that straight away.
Straight down to the boundary there to Chris Say, who's been in the rooms at half time.
Oh, gee, I'm on already.
You are, indeed.
I went into the South Rooms and, Anthony Taylor, I don't know about you, Macca. I've heard Anthony Taylor say this a few times this year. It's a simple game. Simple game. Either they've got the footy or we've got the footy or the ball's in dispute. And he said it again today. But he did say that he's giving a lot of praise to Longford. He said they rely on strong bodies and South have to counter that. He wants them to get it in deeper. He wants them to slow it down. When they get the ball, which means composure. A lot of praise for Chase Oliver from the coach there as well.
Yep.
So I can't see any injuries there, and they really give Longford a lot of praise. He mentioned second spot on the ladder. He's really dangling that second spot on the ladder as a reason to win this game.
Yeah, look, there's not much in it. Like the Longford struggle a little bit. They work hard, but they just don't have that firepower and that class that South Launceston have out there in attack, especially with the ball in hand. It's that when the ball's in dispute, Chris, was what Ant was telling me prior to the game, was that when the ball was in dispute against Launceston, they weren't the ones with their first hands on the ball. That's what he really wants them to focus on. Those loose ball gets, they were 50-odd down last week, being able to get the ball in contested possession. So, well, there's not much in it. Obviously, the 3 goals to Matthew Lee, but you wouldn't say they're dominating. I think South can still play a lot better, especially work together more as a forward 6. And Longford, look, if they come out, they got a little bit of a breeze maybe this quarter. The sun's gone behind that cloud, Dave. I tell you what, I've gone for the extra jacket.
Yes, absolutely.
Extra jacket at half time. Chris Sayers warming up on the boundaries.
The breeze, Chris, has it dropped out at all?
Yeah, it's still there, but it's dropped out.
No.
Maybe 1 or 2 goals.
Yep.
It shouldn't affect the game that much.
Now, did you notice any injuries during that first half?
I did not notice any injuries, so I think we're still at full strength.
That's good. No problem. We'll get to you in the third quarter.
Okay.
Thank you, Chris Sayer.
You talk about injuries, Foz. You said we might mention the Devils.
Yes,
the Devils,
we haven't got there yet. Yep.
The Devils men, they lost 2 players in the first quarter. Cam Owen with a groin and Burton with a shoulder. 2 rotations down, playing one of the best sides in the VFL today. A few goals down at quarter time, and then managed to run over the top of them, which was quite amazing effort. Brandon Leary, one of the best with nearly 30 possessions.
I was going to ask you, who were your better players?
Brandon Leary, from what I saw, he's just in everything, playing in midfield. He's really grown up as a footballer. He can
Where's he improved his footy?
The fact that he can find the football. It's not just taking hangers and kicking goals anymore. Yes. We used to see him roll up a little bit. We called for it quite a bit, that North Launceston had to get him in the midfield a bit more, and now Coach Webley's doing it. Bailey Bogue, I'm pleased he's back in.
Yep.
It's his time. He's just 20-odd touches again today. It's not March, April anymore. It's not faster footy. He's burrowing in. He's such an on-ball player. The big ruckman did pretty well once Cam went down. Yeah, he rucked all day. He rucked for the rest of the day, did really well.
People forget he's played senior football with Collingwood. So if you've even played one senior game, you've got some ability. So
And Dixon's just a terrific leader amongst boys down there in that forward line. Just tackles hard. He kicked a couple of ripping goals when they really, really needed them. And, even someone like Jai Menzie, he hardly touched it in the first 3 quarters, and then last quarter he came good. So they're going well. They'll definitely play finals now. Just
play the 10. If they can beat the Giants next week, I think they can be top 6, so they'll get a week off, and it'll be very interesting to see.
And look, sometimes this VFL ladder, a bit like under 18s with school footy and all that, it depends where you play. And like, say for example, if the Giants are playing in Melbourne next week, they're going to take 2 or 3 down as travelling emergencies, so therefore their VFL is weaker. So it's sometimes hard for those AFL clubs there, but then once clubs miss finals, then all of a sudden they come back and they get a little bit stronger come finals.
We're about to get away. The pleasing part for me was, I think that the Devils had an easier draw than some other teams, but and that's been the knock on it. But last week and this week, they've beaten 2 of the top 4 teams.
Yeah, so, look, Werribee are a good side. So here we go, third quarter action. We get underway here. South Launceston lead by 16. You're listening to City Park Radio 103.7 and 96.5 here for the round 15 NTFA Premier League action. Ball goes out to the far side of the ground. Here's Dean. Good early. Gives it to Graham by hand. Over the top now to the teammate into Lucas. On hands and knees. They try and swing it wide. Tommy Graham impersonates a volleyballer. There's Hernick on the left. Only goes as far as Curtis Pearden, is it? Yeah, same dummy again. Connor Pearden. Interesting, he was named in the reserve squad today as well, so I don't know where he is in terms of selection, Connor Pearden. That's a nice mark in the back line there to South Launceston player in Hernick. No?
Yes.
Yes, it is Hernick. So doing well the third gamer, far side of the ground. South will come in on that short kick thoroughly.
Been good.
Yep, he'll look to switch and move. Here's Page for his parents in Paris. It goes inside 50. It's an up and under kick. Jeffrey, you won't like that one. Here's Blackberry. Clever. Gets good distance. Lee sets. Lee sets. He was just there, wasn't he? It was a really good kick off one step from Blackberry. And Lee, he takes another mark right on the point of the square. He'll come around on the angle. And Lee will look to kick his 4th. His 47th for the season it will be. So here we go. Matthew Lee right behind it. Just that ball off the boot of Blackberry. It just got yards, didn't it? Carried over the top. It was either going to be Lee or Oliver. But it's going to be Lee, and he kicks another one. There's 4 for him. The car horns blare around the ground. And it's going to be another goal for Lee. That's 4 for him. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, and now 1 in the third. And that's the one that we thought Longford needed, because it's now South Launceston. They lead by 22 points. 5-2-32, 1-4-10 Longford.
Just to reiterate what you said, Mac, that off one-step kick from Blackberry, getting 50 metres from the 15-metre line right into the goal square, just elite skills there. That's hard to do when you've got no momentum. You're just standing there and kicking the footy. And that, you just knew that Lee has got the ability to take that contested mark. He duly did so, and he's kicked 4 goals here at Longford as umpire Jagurtha throws it up. We're back underway. Winning the tap is Dean. But it's sharked here by Longford, taken away by Hubbard. He kicks to half forward. Good spoil there, Hibbs. Handballs to the front of the contest to Farrelly. Back over the top. Player taking the tackle there is Hernick. Took a fine mark just a moment ago. Macca, is it close in the AFL or is it over?
It's close. Fremantle will get away a little bit and Melbourne fight back. 108 Fremantle. They lead by 4 points over the Demons.
Shootout.
High scoring, 16-8 to 17-6.
Okay, used to see those sort of games back in the 80s, those 20-goal apiece games. Here's Hubbard now. Well, he's tackled by Blackberry. Not penalised. Holt's kick. Gets it only as far as Hubbard once again. Inside 50 here for Longford. Gee, that South defence have been resolute today. Charlesworth this time involved. Gets it to Hibbs. And now to Blackberry, who marks it half-back.
Blackberry shoots it in by left shoe. Here's Page. Nice kick to Farrelly. Foz reckons he's been good, and I agree. Here's Farrelly now by hand. Over the top to his teammate.
Charlesworth.
In Charlesworth, the skipper looks for Oliver. Can't take a mark. Alexander's probably kept it a little bit quieter than what he was early. Ball falls in the arms of Taylor. So Taylor, he'll go short. Thompson, he'll go long. Oh, Chug's found yards. There's 3 South defenders onto him. Chug, the ball won't sit. He nearly slips. He goes left side. Probably not a great kick. It is a great kick. Wow! It looked to be going near side, but he's kicked it. I wonder why he turned to the outside, Foz. It looked as though it was going to go through on the near side, and it floats back, goes through the middle. Oliver Chug.
Nomination, Tas Premier League's goal of the week, no doubt about that. And he missed an easy one there in that second quarter, Mac. We were a bit hard on him for that one, and rightly so. But that time, 3 against 1. He had no option. He had no other outlet other than that to shoot for goal. And
you turn boundary side, though, on your left boot, and didn't even check side it. Just kicked it straight through, and it just floated through. And that's the one they need. 2-4-16 Longford. South Launceston 5-2-32.
Groobs inside 50s this quarter, early days.
Yeah, pretty early 2 each, though.
How does he get so far away from every other opponent, to be
Chris
fair?
Sayer, we'll get down to you for your view on that goal at the next stoppage, because you were right at ground level there. As it comes over the top, taken here by Morrison. Handball backwards. Sideways kick there from Tom Graham. Not great. Goes to Gibson. He wheels around on that left foot. Round the corner blindly. Oliver Dean. Gee, did he get the arms chopped? No, said the umpire. Taylor gets it to Farrelly. Now to Dawkins. Write it down, Max Dawkins. That's the answerer. Nice goal, Max Dawkins, from 25 out, 45-degree angle. They did it well there, South Launceston. Good team play, and they answer it straight away.
The answerer.
The answerer.
I like that, the answerer.
Chris, the Oliver Chug goal, how did you see it down there at ground level?
Oh, look, both of those goals were fantastic.
They were.
The wind that took that Longford goal through the middle, a big assist from the wind, but it was a great kick.
Absolutely.
Great kick, especially when you're tucked away on the boundary
Fantastic.
left side. So Dawkins...
He's been quietish today, but he's.
Oh, look, he is.
But he can explode like that.
Done a bit of midfield time. Not Chase Oliver. Jack Morrison attacked through the ball, through the footy from half forward, and Farrelly is just getting better as he goes. You mentioned Oliver Dean getting chopped on the arms. Every time when you're 7 foot and you put your hands up, the only way you can be defended is if they chop his arms. Like every time.
Tommy Graham explodes from the middle. Another inside 50 for South Launceston. Great spoil there. Denellen from the front position on his ex-Launceston teammate in Taylor. As they go towards the boundary line, they're happy to see it over the Longford defender. So, boy, oh boy, South Launceston was stung by that goal because they've kicked one themselves, and now they've got another opportunity here. Umpires today, Tregurtha, Giddis and Cook. Done a great job so far. Boundary throw in front of the little grandstand here, well populated by the South Faithful. McGannis wins the tap. Trying to work it hard there is Hawes. To Denellen, to Alexander, to Kobe Moore, all by hand. Back to Alexander. Kick escapes 50. Meeting it there is Bailey Lowe. Nice handball backwards to Ryder Bug. Throws it on the boot. They fly. Oh, I don't know if anyone touched it. Lee again. 5 goals to Matthew Lee. Oh, what a performance. What a performance by Matthew Lee. 5 goals here today at Longford. 48 for the season, right place, right time. And he didn't fly for the mark, I don't think. I think he just stood at the back and said, I'll take it and kick another goal.
And I'll stay down. Melbourne hit the lead at Fremantle by 4 points, 4 minutes left. So the game's opening up a little bit. A few highlights in this quarter after we didn't have a real lot in the first half.
Absolutely.
5 goals in front now, if all but 5 goals in front. South Launceston 7-2-42, lead Longford 2-4-16.
Remember that game last year? I think there were about 6 or 7 goals for the day, and then there were 10 goals in that last quarter. Both teams just exploded. So
it started to get really dark, didn't it?
Yes.
Especially they used the yellow footies with it after 2:30 start. Here's Dean, nice little backhand tackle, but it goes to Agarnis. Inside 50 for Dave Gruber. Hibbs does well, holds his ground. Comes down the front here now to Charlesworth. Gives it by hand. Goes wide. Thompson will take the mark. So Thompson, inboard. Here's Pearton, left foot. Usually a pretty good user. Finds Taylor. Just haven't been able to connect today. Taylor spears it in. Bennett, he put the arms up. Could have been chopped himself. There is Garnis, the big tree. He went down, didn't he? Like a big gum tree being felled by 4 South Lonnie players, and he finds Holt now on centre wing. Holt. He turns right at Bug.
Bug takes the mark. Gee, it was a great kick from Holt. He coughs it up, though, does Ryder Bug. And half back now, it's Kobe Moore. He gets it over now in the direction of Thompson. He almost took it, but he took his eyes off the ball and dropped it. Now he has to lay a tackle on a South opponent. They're away there, Isaac Thompson.
He did take his eye off it. You saw him. He went to go before it bounced.
So ball up. Just the attacking side of the wing here for the Tigers. Gannis now doing a fair bit of rucking against Nason, and he gives away a free kick. Caleb Nason will get the free kick. Defensive side of the centre square.
Nason, he goes behind with his hands to Jordan. Jordan was good enough to take it and go. Here's Dean, 1-on-1, too good. Oliver Dean up against Lloyd. Oliver Dean, he's probably too far out to score. He's got Leon deep. He gives the ball over, though, and it's a short kick in from the boot of Lowe, and it finds Farrelly. I tell you what, Farrelly, when we watched him a couple of years ago, and he was only young, Foz, he was just that sort of half-forward, bit of a lair-riser, love kicking goals, maybe a little bit selfish at times. He's really developed into a good midfield forward now.
Absolutely.
He can link up, he uses the ball well, he's got terrific pace, and he's their vice-captain, so it's good signs for Hunter Farrelly in South Launceston. So Farrelly will have a shot from goal after Lowe found him. 35 metres out. Very much of an angle. Doesn't come off that well, but it's good enough. And Hunter Farrelly gets it, and South Launceston are well and truly away now. They scoot along here in the third quarter as we wait for the animation to come up on the scoreboard. 8-2-50 now, South Launceston. They lead by close to 6 goals, 2-4-16. Longford, 10 minutes gone, Foz. That's nearly halfway through the quarter.
It is, and a terrific comeback here by the VFLW Devils. They were 3 goals down. They've kicked the last 3, and now scores are level, 4-4-28 apiece, Carlton and the Devils.
It's 4 goals for the quarter now. What's the inside 50s, Groups?
5-4, South Launceston.
Okay, so they kicked 4 goals from 5 inside 50s.
That's right.
Yep. Yeah, Hunter Farrelly, I think he won the game for them against Deloraine the other week. He just really turned it on in that last quarter. Here's Casey Curtis now getting it back to Hubbard. Sweeping handball. Finds Murfitt. He kicks inside 50. Target there was Chug. And that's a terrific mark in front. I have to get the glasses up. Jordan, thank you. Alex Jordan shorts it up to Bug. Ryder Bug. Ex-South boy went to North Launceston, back at South. Now Jordan with a follow-up. Kick's not terrific. Clean bowls Joel Lloyd. Here's William Dakin. Gets to the footy first. Tries to shovel it out in the Murphy direction. Comes back here towards Kobe Moore. Lee well up the ground. His kick's not effective. Hubbard, look away handball is really good. Finds Lachlan Dakin. Gee, risky handball, Lachlan Dakin. Turnover. Morrison has got Farrelly again. Similar spot to the last goal he kicked. About 40 out. Maybe a bit more of an angle this time, but he's had a bit of practice at this one. He kicked the last one, and it looks like he's resting up forward at the moment. And he's got another opportunity here. Margin out to 34 points. When Launceston kicked that second goal, we thought they were right back in the contest. But South have kicked the last 3, Macca.
They have. They have indeed.
Nearly over in the AFL. We'll get an update there from Macca
still
soon.
The Demons. 30 seconds left, 3 points.
Hunter Farrelly. Kick to the northern end. High kick, doesn't make great contact. It might go the distance. No, Dean in front. Keeps it in play. Follows up. Needs to get a handball to Holt, who snaps for goal. Great goal. Grant Holt. Had no time at all to think about it. Smart play from Dean. He did the follow-up. He kept the ball in play when it fell short. And he shoveled it out there to Holt, who's kicked a goal for South Launceston. They've exploded in this quarter. 9 goals, 2-56. They lead Longford 2-4-16. Margin's 34 points. 5-goal quarter for South Launceston.
It's another inside 50 goal.
Yep.
Like 5 out of 6. 5 goals out of 6.
Yep.
Gee whiz.
Quarter might go for a bit longer than 21 minutes.
Yeah, that's right. Might do indeed. No doubt about that.
I think the Demons are going to hold on, Foz.
Yeah, it must be close to siren time. That'll be a massive for the Demons. That'll throw the top 6.
Well, it secures them their top 6, to be fair. It probably brings them right in contention for a top 4 spot. The Demons.
From the middle. Shoveled out. Nason. Impressed with him. And we're going to get a secondary ball up just forward of the centre.
Demon supporters are up and about. Fremantle, don't think they'll worry too much.
Bailey Fritsch with a shot on the siren, Macca.
Bailey Fritsch with a score on the shot on the siren. They're home.
Blackberry thumps it forward. Here's Matthew Lee. He's already kicked 5. He wants 6. He kicks towards goal. Has he got 6? No, falls short. And the strong hands there of Connor Alexander takes the mark. Alexander, the hero of a few weeks ago up there at Windsor Park.
At the other end of the ground. Kicked a goal.
The bright sunshine here. Pleasant afternoon at Longford. Kick up the wing. Here he is again. Lee's everywhere at the moment. Doesn't take the mark though. Tries to get it back towards Bug. Fighting for it there is Curtis. Spills out to Joel Lloyd. Westbury Shamrocks champion. Kicks up the wing. One bounce. Handball from Hernick, who's been all right. Ends up with Hibbs. Hibbs coughs it up. Now it's with Blackberry. Gets it through to Bug. Whistle on play, it's going to come back. Longford free kick.
Your definition of bright and pleasant
Come on, Mac, you're
are
right.
a little bit
I
different
don't know what
to
you
mine.
expect in a Tassie winter. What are you expecting? 30 degrees or something?
If you could find us a commentary box, it'd be nice.
It'll
Just
do.
somewhere inside at Dewars Cruise, wouldn't it? There's only one place colder, and that's Windsor Park.
Now we've got a 50-metre penalty here. Not sure what it was for.
Big labs.
Chris, so you got something for us?
Just telling Macca to come down here.
You reckon you're any different to me up here, old boy? Goodness gracious.
Michael Larby, right on 50 now, fancies himself here. We've seen kicks travel a long way to that end today. Let's see what he can do here. Oliver Dean back on the ground. Larby, close to the player on the mark, gets good contact, going to fall short, they fly. Can they snap your goal? Get the binoculars up as it's right in that forward pocket. It spills out of bounds. 9-2-56 South Launceston. Longford 2-4-16. Inside 50s this quarter groups.
7-6 we've got, South Launceston.
Okay, and they've kicked, as we pointed out, kicked
Five
five from 7 entries. So the boundary throw in. 15 minutes gone. Longford need a couple just to give them some belief at three-quarter time. Boundary throw in falls short. Casey Brown had the front position in the ruck contest. Spills out. This will be a rush behind as Ryder Bug sees it over the line.
Chris, down on the boundary.
Yes, got Chris.
Yeah, look, Agarnis and Coach Curtis both started the quarter on the bench. They've been on the ground and now they're off again. I wonder what they don't leave these key players on the ground.
Yeah, it's interesting. As Woodcock Davis now escapes from defence. Over towards Tom Graham. He and Headland have been at each other all day. Spinning is Graham. Ambitious handball, look for Blackberry. Josh Gray got on the way. Tackle late on Brown. Coughed up again by South Launceston, this time to Hubbard. Now to Denellen. Left foot kick to the lead of Taylor. Can't trap it. Holt's there. Back to Hibbs. Round the corner kick. Looking for a runner here in Oliver. Gee, that's a good collect, but he's tackled from behind. Gets away to Taylor just in time. Short distance kick to Ryder Bug, who marks at half forward.
South Launceston, inside 50. Here's Farrelly again. Geez, I tell you what, poor old Joel Lloyd, the king of Westbury, he's had a dirty day. Farrelly goes into Gibson, could have been taken front on. Oliver Dean good at his feet for the 7-footer. Here's Gibson holding the footy, Dave Moore.
Yep.
Umpire
Good tackle.
agrees.
And the Longford players down who laid the tackle. Is that Kobe Moore, I think, Macca?
Yep.
Number 15, yep. He gets up
Terrific
gingerly.
back pocket, Kobe Moore. So Kobe Moore, defensive, 20 metres out from goal. They trail by nearly 7 goals now, Longford. South Launceston just put the foot down. 17 minutes gone in this third quarter. This is City Park Radio. 103.7, 96.5. Here's Page. Good clean hands. Via Holt to Ryder Bug. Back to Farrelly. Best on in this quarter. Here's Holt again. Quick kick. Lloyd in front. Good confidence booster. Started the game tough today on the youngster in Chase Oliver. Took 4 marks in the first quarter up the line. Switches it wide to Alexander. Reckon he's been pretty good back there, Alexander. Comes down now and finds Headland. Headland on the left.
Nice kick.
Down the line, nice kick. You heard Dave Moore saying it was to Charlie Taylor. Taylor back to the running Headland. Pearton, sorry. Back now to Charlie Taylor on the left. Agarnis puts the big jukes up. Can't take it. Well done to Jordan. Been pretty consistent. Woodcock Davis always gets a lot of the footy in the back line. Hernick takes it out of bounds.
It's a boundary throw in. Just the attacking side of the win for the Tigers. It's been a 5-goal-to-1 quarter, which really set this game up here for South Launceston. We'll try and get a score in a minute. I'll head over to Macca the next time. I'll get a score in the Deloraine Scottsdale game.
Or maybe the blockbuster.
No, well, it certainly will be if the Magpies get up, because they're in a big chance for the finals.
I
then
don't mind the Magpies. I saw them the other week. I reckon they've improved. Ethan Petterman's doing an excellent job.
Ryder Bug tackled there from behind, so free kick to Lachlan Dakin. Beautiful kick, finds Larby. Now he's a little bit closer than last time. He's directly in front, and he nearly got the trip last time. Macca, that score.
8-8-56, the Pies beating Deloraine 2-3-15. Deloraine looked cooked.
Okay, that's in the third quarter there. Couple of goals each to Hazelwood and Krushka.
Yep. Not much going on for Deloraine.
Here we go now through Larby. He'll cross the paint of 50. Gets good contact. I think he's got the distance just offline. 2:6:18 Longford. South Launceston 9:2:56. We're at Deloraine next week. Deloraine play Launceston. So the Blues with the week off. They'll be pretty fresh.
I think I'm unavailable.
So I knew that.
I'm actually going to Hobart to watch the under-18 Devils
Great.
this weekend.
Excellent.
They play on Sunday.
They play at Windsor Park in a couple of
Yeah,
weeks.
they do. They've got
that.
2 more games, so that's good for them at home.
Kurt Hibbs takes it at halfback. Gets it now to Taylor. Defensive side of the wing.
I think they're actually the second best country team in the competition, and that's how they work the first week of the finals out, basically country versus city. Here's Lee. He breaks the 50. He's got the big sticks open, and Matthew Lee says, I'll have a bag. I'll kick 6.
6 to Matthew Lee, and gee, didn't they transfer that right from the back pocket? And they, it was like a training drill.
3 in the quarter, Dave.
You take it from the back pocket to the other end and score a goal. Not one Longford player touched it. The ball didn't hit the ground. It's a elite ball movement there from the Bulldogs. And 6-goal quarter, so 10-2, plays 2-6.
That's what they haven't been able to do. Against Deloraine the other week up at Youngtown, the ability to hit a target, like those 45 kicks through, switch the play, hit the targets up forward. They just haven't been able to do it.
Chris Sayer.
Yeah, look, Coach Curtis would be disappointed with that. You know, Lee's kicked so many goals, he was here totally on his own.
Yep.
He was totally on his own, so yeah, disappointing.
Turnover City did it for them.
And he does cover a lot of territory, Lee. He doesn't just sit at full forward. He does come up the ground, so we've got a infringement of some sort.
I think the Longford player was out of the 50 on the 666.
Right.
Coach Curtis, he's filthy with him. With something.
Last thing they need at the moment.
Warning. They've had a... I think
That's going to be a warning. Yeah, okay.
Someone had a warning early. I think it was South Launceston had the warning early.
I don't envy you doing the votes today, Mac.
So they'll reset. No, I think there's a couple of clear standouts so far.
Still where to go.
The bloke who's kicked 6 would have to be in them.
Yep, we go again. Centre, I can't say bounce anymore. Ball up, throw up, comes out towards Dawkins. Tries to paddle it forward. He gets there now. Max Dawkins escapes from the contest. Left foot. Plenty of tall timber there for South. Over the back, Holt. Can he pick it up? He can snap with the left foot. Wow. I reckon he's kicked his second for the quarter. Yeah. He loves it. The crowd in front of us love it. Another goal to South Launceston. 2-0 to Grant Holt. And he's read that beautifully off the contest. And they're not mucking around South Launceston. They're going right from the centre, Route 101, down the middle. And what's that now?
That's
7 goals.
Give me the inside 50s.
Dave Gruber.
7 out of 11.
7 goals from 11.
Yeah,
okay.
Like, if you go at 30%, 25% in the AFL, you're going all right. In this...
Yep. Chris?
Yeah, look, those goals out the south end are looking directly into the sun. They kick so many goals. Looking into the sun, they've done really well.
They have indeed. And the groups, they're getting on top in the hit-outs too, aren't they, the Bulldogs?
Yeah, as they did in the second quarter, so 7-3. And clearances are even, though, at 5 apiece.
Oliver Dean punches it 40 metres forward. I like to see a little bit more of that, especially when they play Launceston. Clear the space, get it out and go. Hernick gives away a free kick. Second to the footy. It's going to be a free kick to Longford as I get the binoculars up. It might be Taylor. It is.
VFLW 3-quarter time, Carlton 40, Devils 34.
Okay, good contest there. AFLW starts this week.
Yep.
Tomorrow, here's Casey Brown. Goes long and deep to the square. Jordan kicks it out here to the little whiz in Dawkins. So they'll be out of the team again next week and the next couple of weeks. Page by hands goes to Holt, likes his game today. Comes back on his left. Moore sets himself. Geez, he's professional in the back pocket. Kobe Moore. He just put his magnet there. So do the job as a small defender every week. Kobe Moore, the number 15. Not a great kick though. He puts
wrapped him up.
Hubbard under pressure. Goes again. That's 2 in a row. Taylor does well. 2 Taylors. Taylor on Taylor. The umpire sees a free kick. It'll go to Taylor, starting with a C. Charlie Taylor's kick.
Charlie Taylor back into the centre square. Goes wide. 23 minutes gone. Not too long to go in this quarter. Longford need to try and get a quick goal. 4-3 quarter time. Hubbard has a player loose in the wing, and that's William Dakin. Famous name here at the Longford Footy Club, the Dakin name. Cruz off the mark now. Awkward kick to half forward. All South Launceston. Looks like Logan Smith coming out to take the mark. He's got Hernick on the wing if he wants him. In no rush at the moment. As Chris said, he's looking to the sun at the minute.
And 50, Dave.
Didn't see it, Macca. Over the mark, was it?
Close to something, I don't know. They're all got their hands up. It was either in the protected zone.
So anyway, playing on now is Logan Smith. Oh, he's got players everywhere here. Taylor, one grab, two, couldn't take it. Snaps around the corner, it'll come back. Oh! One behind, hit the post. Like a boomerang, that one. Quick release now to Pearton at half-back for Longford.
Lucky to get away with that kick out there. I don't reckon the umpire had signalled what it was, and they've played on quick, have Longford. Come back inboard. Got 1 on 4 there, and they did well there, Josh Gray. So Gray. Back inboard there to Hubbard. He's been released a little bit from the back line, Foz into the midfield. Yep. Once all those goals started happening, they knew they needed to do something. I think the horses bolted, though. Charlesworth does well. Defends. Jordan. Not a great kick. What can they do here now? Pearton's there, as is Brown. Brown by hands. Oof. Over the top puts Josh Gray under the pump. Oh, it's going to be a free kick. He never actually took possession. It was quite clever of Josh Gray. And it's going to be a free kick 70 metres out from the Longford goal. 25 minutes gone, Dave. Long quarter. As we've had today, lots of marks. Well done, Seb Page.
Page, marks in defence of 50. Tell you what, that south back line have been magnificent, Macca.
Have Hibbard, Page, done a good job.
Charlesworth on cue, here he is.
Jordan just done a really good job.
In the back pocket now.
Woodcock Davis, same every week.
Goes back inside defensive 50. Logan Smith's part of that back 60 as well.
Yes, he is.
So Logan Smith signals he's going to go long and does so. McGuinness front position, but another player takes the mark there for the Tigers as he falls to ground. Looks like it is
Casey Brown, is it?
Casey Brown, yep, the number 13. Casey Brown. Low kick inside 50, tries to spot up a target. South defence resolute once again. Page has got it. Here's the call from Hibbs. Beautiful handball to him. They connect up Farrelly. Now to Blackberry. Blackberry's got Gibson. Sport from behind Murfitt. Gibson with a recovery. Good follow up here by the Bulldogs. It might have been Farrelly again involved. Over the back, the speedy Lee. Can he get possession? Kicks it off the ground. Dawkins with the air swing. Back to Lee. Good tackle, Kobe Moore. He had Pryor there, I reckon. Yes.
Grooves, how many marks inside 50 for the Tigers today? Can't be many.
Inside 50 for the Tigers?
Yeah, just today, total.
Two
for the day. Yeah. It's a tough day. It's a really tough day if you're only taking 2 marks inside 50. And there it is, the three-quarter time siren, as the players have a little hello out at centre-half forward. So three-quarter time, South Launceston 11 goals 3. They kicked 7 for the quarter in 26 minutes. 11-3-69, Longford 2-6-18. So only
put the game to bed back up.
They have. And the goal kickers, Lee, he's kicked 6. He's tripled Longford's score. He's kicked 6. Grant Holt with 2. Jay Blackberry, Hunter Farrelly, and Max Dawkins. And for Longford, 1 to Bennett and 1 to Chug.
Yeah, just the 2 goals. So in that quarter, it was 7 goals, 1, 43 to 1 goal, 2-8 with the respective scores. So, yep, South have come here to make a bit of a statement today. Longford, they're going to lick their wounds after this game. I'm sure they'll recover. We've got big games coming up, especially Launceston in the last round, but they'll learn a lot from today. Groobs, what do you got stats-wise?
Hit-outs to three-quarter time. South Launceston 31 to Longford 19. Clearances, Longford on top there 21 to 18. Inside 50s, Longford 24 to South Launceston 28, and it was 11 to 14 South Launceston's way in that quarter. Marks inside 50, Longford 2, South Launceston have taken 8. Intercept marks, Longford 13, South Launceston 9, and free kicks, Longford have 17 and South Launceston 10.
And that other score, Macca, the big game there at Deloraine. At Scottsdale today. Scottsdale and Deloraine. What do you got for us there?
Scottsdale, they are 58, 8 goals 10. Lead Deloraine 2-3-15. That one's all over, Foz.
Okay.
I'm just going to go to the Division 1. Are we going to take a break?
We'll take a break.
Okay, we'll come back with the scores.
Take a break here at City Park Radio. It's South Launceston 11-3-69, Longford 2-6-18. Dave Moore, Matthew McGee, Dave Gruber and Chris Say here with you at Longford Recreation Ground at South Launceston 11-3-69, leading Longford 2-6-18. Goal apiece in the last quarter so far at North Hobart. It's Carlton 7-4-46, lead the Devils 6-4-40. Macca Division 1 in the NTFA.
Yeah, some big games in Division 1 today with a lot of the ladder positions hanging on the results, but probably one not so much as Hillwood, but they're leading St Patrick's 102-76. That'll make St Patrick's probably second last on the ladder. They'll slip down to 8th today. Foz, Hillwood will go ahead of them with that victory. Old Scotch are defeating Lilydale out there at Lilydale, 92-54. Rochalee commanding leaders over Georgetown, 112-29. And the big one, that real elimination final type atmosphere, OLs are a goal up on Bracknell.
A late start there, so that game's probably still around about the same time as us.
Yep. So OLs 56 lead Bracknell 50. So that's the real big close game with not much between those two teams. And if you looked at the ladder in that Division 1, then you're really battling out for that 5th position with OLs to go ahead of them if they can get up today.
Chris Say, you've been at the Longford Huddle.
Yes, Coach Curtis was disappointed, as you'd expect. He was very disappointed that he just wants them to put up a show in this last 25 minutes, just not for themselves, but for the home crowd that's here to watch them. So he's really putting it on his players to at least win the quarter. Interesting part of the Brains Trust for Longford there is Joanne Salter, the great Salty. I went to Queechee High School with him 100 years ago. He's a talent scout for Richmond Footy Club too.
Big Salt man, yes, cricket umpire Salty, doing a really good job. Does a bit down the NWTCA now after a few issues up here in the north. Took his talents down the northwest. Loves his country sport, does the Salty.
Thank you, Chris Sayer, for that three-quarter time report. We're about to get underway. Can Longford... I can't make a game if they're too far back. Can they have a win this last quarter and take away something from this game? Ball emerges. Out it comes toward Casey Curtis. Taken away by Tommy Graham. Round the corner kick towards the wing. Gibson will get there first. Traps it beautifully. Does Gibson at his bootlaces. Swings round on the left foot. Centering ball in the Chase Oliver direction. He's gone a bit quiet since the first quarter. Handball goes sideways. Ends up now with Jake Murphy. He's going to do the big switch. Ambitious kick's good to Kobe Moore, who marks in defence.
The issue for the Tigers was that they moved Alexander off Lee onto Oliver.
Yep.
Lee goes ahead now and kicks 4 goals in the second half. Since they made the move, so you need a couple of Connor Alexanders, don't you? As the ball comes to centre wing, here's Graham. Couple of touches early. That's a piercing torpedo that nearly fell in the arms of Aganis. He missed the mark. It was like a missile that sort of went straight through him. Here's Pearton, left foot, kicks it to centre half forward. There's no one there. Larby, he lopes out. Hibbs does well. They go left and right now. Curtis, there's another smothered kick. Jeez, there's some of them today. Jordan finds his teammate on the outside in Bailey Lowe. So Lowe swings it really wide. Alexander does really well again. He's been Longford's best, I reckon, just in terms of what he's done and what he's been able to do since quarter time, Connor Alexander. It goes out of bounds. Right on centre wing, front of the scoreboard here. 9 goals. All but 8.5 goals in front are the South Launceston Bulldogs at this stage.
Over the back. Curtis has got it. Gets it to Pearton, his lookalike. Hawes through traffic. Back to Aganis. He's got support now. Hubbard kicks to half forward. Nice kick. I think that's William Dakin over there, the number 12. Wheels and goes. Inside 50, not a great kick. And that's one of that great defence today for South Launceston. Alex Jordan takes an intercept mark. Shorts it up. Makes it hard there for Woodcock Davis. He drops the mark. Has time to recover. Gets it back to Tom Graham. Connects up there with Morrison. Jack Morrison kicks to the wing over the back. Alexander, as Macca said, great game and taking another mark.
Yeah.
45 kick. Finds its target there in Hawes. Might be Hazel, in fact. Lennox Hazel gets it back towards Jake Murphy. He plays on over the top. Kobe Moore sees his peripheral vision. He's got a teammate there wide and Isaac Thompson. Marks on the wing. He's got all 36 players ahead of him. Shorts it up to Taylor, who marks on the wing.
Yeah, Taylor's had enough of it too, just been busy, but just hasn't been able to get close enough to goal to be dangerous. That's not a great kick. It's going to be either taken by Hennick Woodcock Davis, and it's the ladder that took it off each other. He swings it wide to Lowe. So Lowe off half back, goes into the centre square. Look at the space here for Morrison. He's got 40 metres in front. He can take a bounce, chooses not to. Not a great kick. Goes in front of Gibson. He's been good at his shoelaces today as Gibson. Dawkins circles, looking for a special goal from him in the last quarter. It comes out though Longford's way to Pearden. He's 2-on-1, can't do a real lot. Morrison, he'll get it back on the hands up. The ball goes wide, here's Lee, 6 goals. 2 far out to kick his 7th. My geez, he'd love 7 though, wouldn't you? Lee, nice kick in and finds Oliver on the lead. It's going to be tucked away right forward pocket though is Oliver.
Just going to love
Nice kick.
that forward line in September, Macca.
Yep,
Oliver, Lee, and also Dean
that's it.
are going to be a handful.
Yeah, and then you throw a Blackberry or a Farrelly, Max Dawkins at their feet. They can get the connection going over the next few weeks. Who knows what can happen. So here's Oliver. He has a look at the goals. It looks pretty good. It looks really good. I think he's kicked it. Wow, what a goal from the youngster in Chase Oliver. And Chase Oliver, he gets his first of the day. He's kicked 20. That's 21 now for the season, Chase Oliver. South Launceston, they just keep racking them up from inside 50s. 12-3-75 now. They lead Longford 2-6-18. Dave Moore, the captain,
Yes.
is back in the state and he's back on City Park.
Absolutely. Chris Say, what are you seeing on the boundary there?
Yeah, I think I didn't mention Coach Curtis has put Larby to full forward.
Okay. He has indeed, yeah, trying to get a target up there. I think that's what, that's the difference between the sides today is that target up forward. I mean, Oliver Chugg's great. He's kicked a lot of goals, but he's not a one-on-one marking target, is he? He's more a ground-level player. So Larby, they can't have him everywhere, though. Put him up forward, so they've got a Gaddis in the ruck who wins that tap, does well. Here they go. Chance to go forward here through James Hawes. Almost a mark in front there to Chug. They stream away through Jordan. Running torpedo, if you don't mind, to half forward. Off hands. Dawkins is there. He picks it up now. Gets onto his right foot. Inside 50, and there's Matthew Lee. And they're just impenetrable, that half back line. He's going to line up for goal number 7. I'm just so impressed with Alex Jordan, Macca.
Yeah, he started the season forward.
Yes.
Like he's actually kicked a few goals for the season, Jordan early, but then being able to come over from Evandale, I think he was, come over, and now they've found a spot for him at half back. Doesn't kick the ball that well at times, a little bit awkward, but he just does the job. Big, strong body.
Absolutely. Let's look at Matthew Lee here for goal number 7. He's 40 out directly in front. Kicking to the southern end. Was always going a bit right. Doesn't come back far enough. There's a blemish on the scorecard there. One behind.
They probably can't. I'm trying to think, who can they play on Jake Hines?
Yep.
Like, they had Page on him. I think they had, was it Logan Smith? Did he play on him? Or Charlesworth? Which one played on him last week? One of the two, but he keeps kicking goals, Jake Hines, doesn't he? He's got the leading goal kicker wrapped up, you'd think.
Kobe Moore switches it to the far side to Alexander.
Could Jordan do it?
He could. Outlet kick now to Lennox Hazel, the youngster, state under 16 player. Gets back on the mark. He's going to go back to the goal square again. No, changes his mind and gets the kick smothered by Charlesworth, who's got a rare four-way up forward. Shovels it forward. Out to a bit of space now to Gibson. He's dangerous in these situations. Gets it back to Brendan Taylor. Launches at goal. He's offline. One behind. 12-5-77. Plays 2-6-18 Matthew McGee.
Yeah, because to be fair, Foz, that's what Coach Taylor's got to be thinking now. How can we get close to being in the game against Launceston three-quarter time in a final?
Yep.
And how do we stop their midfield? How do we get the ball? And how do we stop Jake Hines? They're the questions. Here's Hawes, inside handball. Maloney, Murfitt, back to Curtis. Neat kick up the line to Bennett. Bennett ignores the runners. Goes back, slow play. When you're 10 goals down, not really much to be able to do. You're just trying to protect yourself from any injury, I reckon. He's got Lachlan Dakin on the outside. Up and under kick. Woodcock Davis sets. Punches the ball away. They find the hands through Pearden. Here's Thompson. Has a look at them. Casey Brown. Snaps goal. Well, Casey Brown gets it. They get an inside 50 goal. Their first goal since Oliver Chugg snapped one in the third quarter. And that's their third. It's a good goal in the end to Casey Brown, but it's going to be a tough day for Longford today. 3-6-24, they trail South Launceston 12-5-77. 8 minutes gone in the last quarter here at Longford.
Yeah, reward for effort there. They got the ball forward, and a nice snap there from Casey Brown. Time running out for the Devils. They trail by 9 points. 14 minutes gone in the last quarter. 8-7-55 to Carlton. 7-4-46 to the Devils.
Big day at North Hobart. There's a big crowd there.
Yep.
For the men's game.
The 11 o'clock starts. I think that's all for TV, so they don't sort of clash with things later on. But, yeah, good crowd once again is from the ruck. Dean shovels it out. Umpire lets it go a bit. And umpire now says, give it to me. Umpires today's Chief Gerther, Russell Giddis, and umpire Cook, whose first name escapes me. Joe, maybe. Is now Dean gets it clear, I'm guessing.
Just randomly?
Yes. Comes out now here towards Morrison. His handball smothered. Kick to space. Picking it up now is Brown. Ends up now here with Pearton. Pearton inside 50 again. And Jimmy leads out and takes the mark. So late flurry here from Longford. Mac has been trying to find out.
I've got confirmation, Foz. You've picked it. Joe Cook.
I knew it was Jay, I must admit. I've got Jay Cook written down here.
Could have been John.
It could have been. But I went my gut feeling. Here's a Gannis now.
Good guts.
40 out, slight angle. Kicking for goal, leans back. It's always drifting across, not quite making it now. Oh, it's a mark.
Chugg.
That's Chugg. He just read it nicely. He marked it just inside the goal line.
He was smart. I actually saw him there and he didn't jump.
No.
He just knew it was going to fall in his lap. He let everyone else jump in front of him.
For 2 in a row for the Tigers. 9 minutes gone, last quarter. Banana, left foot, looks pretty good. Another goal to the Tigers. Another goal to Oliver Chugg. That's his second today. Kicked a beauty earlier in the game. The other end of the ground. So, and this is what Coach Curtis, he would like to see a positive finish to this game.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely take something out of it. Try a couple of different things. See what works. See if you can find some vulnerabilities in South. Because all going according to plan. If you think Launceston's a little bit in front, Launceston would play South. South would lose. Longford would win, and they'd play each other in a prelim. Yeah,
they'll probably have to play each other at some stage, yeah. Oh, no, they
only top four.
Yeah, only top four. That's right. Of course.
There's only 3-week final series.
Correct.
So.
Cruz, what's some stats to this point in the last quarter? 10 minutes in.
Longford on top of the inside 50s, 6 to South Launceston's 3. And marks inside 52 apiece, and clearances Longford on top 3-1.
Holt got the free kick, gave it to Farrelly on the outside. He's Lee. Doesn't jump. He sort of half jumps. Didn't put his hands up though, and it goes over the back. And Longford get away with this one, or do they? No, they don't. It's a great tackle. No, it's not a great tackle. It's a high tackle. As I get the binoculars up, and it's going to be 50 as well. And another 50. 250. Is that 100? Umpire said twice. He goes 50. Watch this. This is the 100-metre sprint. The World Athletics Championships for under 20s are on. And Kobe Moore's going to go 100 metres. He's not going to run it in 11 seconds or less. And now they go inside 50.
This is rare area for Kobe Moore.
Well, I'd like to look at the real estate here. He's gone 125, Dave Gruber.
I think he might be close.
He's gone 125. Unreal. That's a big 100.
Can Kobe get in the goal kickers here?
Kobe Moore, the back pocket rocket. Wouldn't have kicked many in his day at Longford that I know of. Kobe Moore, he leans back. And that's why he's in the back pocket. This isn't to the right. So 100 metres. Don't see it every day, Dave Moore.
No, you don't. 4-7-31, the Tigers. The Bulldogs 12-5-77.
But we're looking for something to get us through the last 10 minutes here at Longford.
Let's get a big mark here. Let's see. No, it's a nice mark, though, to Morrison. He's been impressive today.
Yeah, good.
Sweeping kick to the far side. Connects with a running player there in Lucas. He goes up underneath the scoreboard. Mark taken by Oliver. Bit of mud on the back of his jumper. Kick inside 50. Ryder Buck might have got the arms chopped. Lee with the assist. Gibson, he loves these on the left foot. Put it down, Will Gibson. Goal. That's his first of the day. 23 for the year. And you just knew when he got it on that side of the footy, he got a bit of space, he'd convert, and he did. So once again, the Bulldogs, that movement of the footy from half-back Macca, resulting in a goal to Will Gibson.
I keep going back to this South Lonnie Lonnie game, right? In a few weeks' time, if and when it happens, which you'd imagine it will.
Yep.
Is Gibson someone that could go inside mid and mix it up with his big body, even at centre ball ups and that? Because it's what South misses. You know, you can't be throwing Dawkins and Morrison in centre ball up against the Launceston's on-ball brigade.
Yes.
I looked at Benny Hyde's stats today before I came out for... Geez, he's had a big season, hasn't he?
He's leading the City Park Radio Player of the Year award as well, Macca. Yep.
Yeah, wow. Geez, he's been the best players like 9 out of 11 games or something ridiculous he's played. It's or maybe, how many would they play? 15, 13, yeah. Like 11 out of 13, I think he was.
Yep.
Ben Hyde really developed into a strong on-baller. Here's Dean in the ruck. Ball comes down the front. Graham goes back to Farrelly. Up and under kick, goes wide. They do well though. Good mark from Lucas to Page. Training drill at the moment. Comes out, there's Blackberry. He'll wheel and go on the left in front of the scoreboard. He goes by hand. He makes me look silly. Comes back inboard to Graham. Graham over the top. They go a little bit wider. Come inboard to Morrison. So Morrison, he is busy, isn't he, little fella?
Farrelly with the assist there, Macca, with that smart kick.
So Jack Morrison. I mentioned earlier, they've been really happy with him at the Devils, especially in the back half of the season once he was able to get in.
He's got another year in the Devils after this, or is this his... Yep, okay.
Jack Morrison. He's the same age as like your Sam Husbands and that sort of Max Dawkins year. Here's Morrison, leans back, misses near side, through for a behind. So 2 goals for the quarter to South Launceston, 2 goals to Longford.
Kick comes out to Kobe Moore, full time at North Hobart, and Carlton by 15 points. But good work by the Devils. They copped some pastings earlier on.
Side the VFL, Carlton, do you know?
Yeah, I think they're in the top 6. So good. And of course, Libby Haynes with another ACL for the Devils during the week. Bit of a pity for.
Was there 2?
Yeah, there was another girl that was
crazy.
Did in club football, but so tough for the Devils this year, but they've done pretty well in the first year in the competition. It's with Josh Gray now. The back pocket here, gets it to Murford. 15 minutes gone in this last quarter. Lovely kick to Hazel. Lennox Hazel. Moves well. Working his way in a senior footy. Gets it to Lloyd in the middle of Longford Recreation Ground.
He's got those Tassie legs for us, Hazel, hasn't he? Look at him.
Has
big
indeed.
Drivers on him.
Gets it sideways. And Kobe Moore. Kobe's the call. Plays on now. There's a target and a Gannis. Takes an easy mark. Gets the handball off now to Dakin. That's Lachlan Dakin.
Oh, well done. Really well done there from Charlesworth. He took front position. Bennett pushed him out in the end, but he took the mark anyway. As you mentioned, Foz, their backline's just been brilliant.
Charlesworth, little kick now to Woodcock Davis, who marks in the back pocket.
Ollie Woodcock Davis, interestingly, started on the bench today, started the game, the fullback. Just not having to look to see where the matchups were. Goes down the line.
Little push out there from...
Foz has got his phone going on.
Sorry.
Some sort of Lebanese station or something.
What's going on there?
Here's Hubbard. Comes through to Brown. So Brown on the tip of the centre square. Oh, he tries the barrel. Doesn't spin that well, but it goes deep to Larby. They come away with it, though, South Launceston. They come through Sammy Lucas. Been okay today, Lucas, in the last half. Nice bit of run. He finds Morrison on the far side. Goes inboard to Page. Page. He goes back to where it came from, back to Morrison. Morrison down the line, has Dean on. Ollie Dean continues to run. As Foz said, looks fit. Most important player, I think, for South, just with that option of height and ruck work. Back into Morrison, getting plenty of it. Oliver! Tried to go, umpire said you pushed out.
Ryder Bug, was it, Macca?
It was a Ryder Bug, sorry. Oh, he's dropped the ball.
Yeah, it was a Ryder Bug.
He's dropped the ball on the deck, Ryder Bug, and he's given away 50. And it's going to be another 50.
It's Kobe again.
It's Kobe again. He's running more. 150 metres, Kobe Moore. Plus 150 yards gained. Going down behind the play was Hibbs, but it's a good defensive mark from Logan Smith.
Logan Smith switches it. Nice kick. Finds his teammate over there and Sammy Lucas. Short now to Taylor. He gets it to Tommy Graham. Quite early in the game, but has really come into it.
Yeah, better last quarter especially.
Now it's over to Morrison. Aggressive. Long handball to Lee up the ground. Gets around an opponent like he wasn't there. Here we go, right at Bug again. Doesn't fly this time. Over the back, Murfitt. Hits it towards Lloyd. We've got a tackle laid there on Chase Oliver. Longford player down in Lloyd is a bit of strife.
Well, he's had a dirty day, the King Lloyd. And if he gets injured, it could be even worse. But I think he's okay.
I think he's okay.
Want him right for cricket season.
Absolutely. So Jake Murphy takes the footy. Switches it here towards Hawes, but extra pace there from Dawkins. Wins the footy. Centres it. Back to Murfitt. Loses the handle on it. Holt for number 3. Had more time than he thought. Blazed away. Kicks it out of bounds on the full.
Just that kick from Dawkins, though. That's the one you need to hit.
Yes.
You know, if you're going to win flags, bang. Yep. Good sides will do that.
It just showed he's got more pace than you sometimes expect, Max Dawkins.
Here comes the cavalry. Geez, they rotate well, South Lonnie, 3 or 4 on at a time here.
That's it. No injuries we've seen in today's game so far, which is good news.
They've got the all-conquering Scottsdale next week at home.
Oh, yes. Could be interesting.
And Longford go on to play North Launceston.
Yep. So at the UTAS Stadium, as Page now launches towards goal. Lee nearly takes the mark. He got his hands to it, dropped it. In fact, it was out of bounds on the full anyway. So free kick in the back pocket of the Tigers.
So Lloyd looks to have recovered. He'll take the free kick in the back pocket. Goes short to Hubbard. Probably one of Longford's 2 or 3 best. Struggle to find 5. Good ones to mention. Denellen. Left foot. Inboard. Oh, over the top. Doing well is Hernick. Finds Blackberry. He won't waste it. He won't waste it. And he finds Oliver. Chase Oliver on the lead. Well, Chase Oliver, he started the game on fire, didn't he, on that far wing, just lead up mark. Caused real headaches. Matthew Lee was the beneficiary because they had to swap opponents. And Matthew Lee has kicked 6. Chase Oliver has 1. He'll go for 2. It'll take him up to 22 for the year if he can kick it. Chase Oliver and gets it. So that's 2 for him in the last quarter. And South Launceston, they'll secure a second spot on the ladder, Foz, without anything poor happening in the last couple of weeks. They'll finish second. They'll play Launceston in a qualifying final. And Longford will go on and play an elimination final against whoever we know.
Well, one of 3 teams.
Could be Scottsdale, could be Deloraine.
Could be North Launceston.
Could be North Launceston. It's 14-6. They kicked pretty straight today, South Launceston. 14-6-90. Longford 4-7-31.
So,
how many inside 50s for this quarter?
10 for South Launceston, 9 for Longford.
So Longford have had a few more in, haven't they? Anything else there, groups?
Nothing really stands out, no.
They've got a couple of marks inside 50.
They've doubled their inside 50 marks. 2 to 4.
From the middle, Dean wins it out. Another inside 50. Wick Gibson flies high. First grab, couldn't get the second. He's tackled from behind. Since half time, it's been 10 goals to 2.
Yep.
No, sorry, 10 goals to 3. Yep. Since half time. So they've really taken a stranglehold on this game. Not long to go, probably just 3 or 4 minutes of playing time left. Taylor tries to escape, gets it to Gibson. Dawkins for his second. Snaps Max Dawkins.
The whiz.
He's got it. 2 goals today from Max Dawkins. And just sharp hands there and attack. Will Gibson involved again. And that's Dawkins' second.
You said sharp. They've looked a lot sharper today, South Lonnie. They played Deloraine the other week. They weren't sharp.
No, they
weren't. Got done. They got it done in a 5 or 10 minute period in the third quarter.
Yep.
But they weren't sharp. They looked awful, to be fair. And today they've looked sharp. Their hands have been better. Their kicks have been better, especially off half back. They've switched the ball a lot better. And whether that's because Longford have allowed it or whether that's because South are a bit more on. But just out of the middle, Dean, Long, Maxie Dawkins doing what Maxie Dawkins does. 2 goals for him.
22 minutes gone here on City Park Radio, 103.7, 96.5. The margin 65 points. Here's Matthew McGee.
Ball comes down. Longford held on to. It's going to be a free kick.
Hawes.
Go to Hawes. He started the game well, Hawes. Yep. Taylor gets rid of. Going to be a free kick push.
In the side, was it, Macca?
In the side, in the front even. Anyway, Taylor went down and got the free kick. He's turned it over. Here's Oliver, Chase Oliver. Gives it to Holt. Wrong side for him. He's a left footer, was running on his right. He's Farrelly, taps it on once, and then lays a really good hold-up tackle. And it's going to be on the centre square line.
Don't forget, post-game, we'll have an interview on the ground with Sayer. He's going to try and grab Matthew Lee if he can. From the ball up, Oliver wins the tap. In there is Lachlan Dakin for the Tigers. Lays a tackle, another stoppage. 23 minutes gone. 15-6, plays 4-7. So it gets a bit darker here at Longford. Some dark clouds to the north. Rain expected overnight as Hunter Farrelly kicks forward. Chaos ball. Who can get there? Gibson can on his wrong side. He's tackled. No prize, says the umpire. It's a contested footy. Longford defender got caught. They wanted holding the ball, but umpire having nothing of it. So we're going to ball up 25 metres out. We're close to siren time here in the last quarter. South get a late one. Nason tackled from behind by Larby. It does come out. Little kick. Plenty of players pursuing it. Lee gets there. Handball over the top. Bailey Lowe can't do an effective possession. He goes again to Lowe. Out to Gibson, who's been really good in this game. Seb Page kicks it straight to Jet Maloney, who marks at half-back. He switches play. Back to the goal square to Lloyd. Lloyd retreats. Set his options. Has to play on now. There's a player in the back pocket in Hubbard. Ethan Hubbard. The gloom here at Longford. Gets it to Chug, who's right up the ground. Oliver Chug now. Chips it to the wing. Front position taking the mark is Lucas. One of those dependable players, not flashy. Really plays a bad game. He kicks it inside 50. And I think that's Hunter Farrelly, who's had a ton of it today. Man of the mark's 48 out. We're right behind this one. He's kicked a goal today, Macca, Hunter?
Yes, one.
Yes, one goal in the third quarter. There's the siren. So you'll have to kick from over the mark. Might be able to take advantage of the stand rule. Game's over here. It's a matter of the margin. Hunter Farrelly. He got on the top. Doesn't make contact. Falls short. It's the end of the game. Final score here. It's South Launceston 15-6. 96 as the car horns blaze. Defeated Longford 4-7-31. Goal kickers, Matthew.
Yeah, just adding them up, Dave. I think I've got them all.
Right.
6 to Matthew Lee, 2 to Grant Holt, 2 to Chase Oliver, 2 to Max Dawkins, singles to Blackberry, Farrelly and Will Gibson. And for Longford, 2 to Ollie Chug, 1 to Casey Brown and 1 to Mitch Bennett.
Well, we thought it was going to be a close game, Macca, but it just didn't pan out that way, did it?
No, look, it didn't. That third quarter, like a 7-goal quarter, where it was fairly tight. Like we said at half-time, that Longford were still in it. They just hadn't done enough. I mentioned that the firepower of South in the first half was evident. They didn't really connect enough. But after half-time, they came out and kicked 7 goals in the third quarter. 3 to Matthew Lee in that quarter, 6 for the game for him. And look, they just dominated stoppage. They dominated play. They kicked the ball a lot better today, and they come out here where they've probably struggled the last couple of years, to be fair. They come out here and they do a really good job. They get the win and secure that second spot.
Umpires getting the all clear to the score. So just repeating it, 15-6, 96 to 4-7-31. Also repeating today, Scottsdale. They haven't got the final score there, but they look like going to be having a big win over Deloraine. As Chris Sayer has fished out Matthew Lee, and he's got him now for an interview post-game.
Matthew, our commentators reckon that South looked sharp today. Would you agree?
Yeah, it's definitely something we worked on throughout the week. Thought we let ourselves down a bit against Lonnie in that department. So, yeah, went to work on it during the week and executed it pretty well today, I thought.
Only a lazy 6 for you. You like kicking goals, don't you?
Yeah. Nah, just lucky to get on the end of a few boys up the ground.
Even the one up this end, you've just sort of roved in the pack. You didn't go for the ball, but you just sort of scouted the pack. You kick him from anywhere.
Yeah, pretty lucky. That one, bit of a cheapie.
So next week, Scottsdale, you don't want to take them lightly, do you?
No, they've definitely improved a lot this year, so we'll be working on some things. Only 3 games left to finals, so yeah, looking forward to it.
You're really looking towards finals too. Probably top 2 spot lined up now.
Yeah, I think today was really crucial for us to finish top 2, so we knew what we had to get done today, and yeah, pretty happy with it.
Well, congratulations. Well done on your bag today too. Thanks for the chat.
Thanks to Matthew Lee and thanks to Chris Sayer on the boundary today, and a very happy South Launceston, Chris.
Yes, they should be. They, like I said, Coach Taylor were not taking Longford lightly. They were really, expecting a really tough game. So they'd be a little bit surprised that the blowout at the end. That really, that third quarter really blew it out, didn't they?
They did. Thank you, Chris, for your efforts, and we'll see you next week at Deloraine.
Yes, I'm heading into the studio for Reeling in the
No worries. What are you playing tonight?
Riffs, guitar riffs.
Okay.
Look out, status quo.
5 o'clock, City Park Radio, tune in to Chris Sayer. And it's a very happy South Launceston group coming off the ground. You can see it there. Our cameraman Hamed's got them in his vision. So they head off in front of their supporters there. The big win here this afternoon. Where did they take command in that second half, Macca? What was the difference between the first half and the second half?
Just their energy, their ability to go inside 50. At one stage there, they'd been in 6 times for 5 goals.
Yes.
Now, whether that was the Longford defensive breakdown or whether it was just South Launceston being able to find the goals for once and just be really efficient, because at times they're not efficient. I just thought they just played really well. Got the ball. They won the clearances. What were have we done the final stats yet?
No, we haven't, Grooves. We're going to get to that.
Quite
Sorry.
close, to be fair, but I thought they were a lot better than that.
We'll go to your final stats, Grooves, while Macca thinks about his 3-2-1.
Okay, hit-outs over the day. Longford 23, South Launceston 36. Clearances pretty even. Longford 26 and South Launceston 25. Inside 50s, Longford 33, South Launceston 42. Marks inside 50, Longford 4, South Launceston 13. Intercept marks 16 from Longford, 13 from South Launceston, and free kicks Longford had 23 and South Launceston 11.
So 33 entries for 4 goals, and I think that says a lot about the South defence. We talked about it just after half time, what a tight unit they are and how they work well together. And they're going to be hard to break down. I mean, Launceston have got some targets, I know, but that South back line are working pretty well. There's been some changes through the year, and young Seb Page, for example, started out of the team. He's worked his way back in. So they're a tough nut to